I
Yes,
just
sir.
wasn't ready, but I guess
Yes, sir. That's the
we
beauty, man.
it's the beauty of what not not taking consent.
Oh, whoa, hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, man. What we not finna do is start off like that. Cause that ain't that. Nah, that ain't what's happening. Nah, that ain't it.
Right, that's not it.
Nah, no, I'm right. That's not it. All right, so let's see. What's up, man? What's up, y'all? How we feeling, man?
Bad man. It's been a terrible week. Terrible, low down, not good, bad week.
I guess so.
Yeah, just I will not be elaborating. No, I'm just kidding. How your week been? How your week been?
I was cool, man. I ain't really getting into too much of nothing this week, for real, for real. Yeah, I'm just chilling out, for real, for real. Having a good time. Just being unemployed, bulling out.
Being unemployed can be fun sometimes when you don't got the crippling stress of life beating down your back.
Yeah. So basically, like the first 2 weeks of unemployment, basically.
Yeah. I mean, unless you live paycheck to paycheck, and after that first week,
Oh yeah, after like 4 days, nigga, you feeling it?
when I lost my last job, I was immediately gobsmacked. I had to clear my 401. So we were, it's crazy. I lost my job as we were in the process of getting evicted.
Good lord.
The eviction wasn't my fault. I was paying my part of the rent, but my roommate was not paying their part, and they didn't say anything.
So
So
literally, you just wake up like, oh, we're out of a place to stay.
yeah, so I had to clear my 401k and immediately find another place, deposit first and last month's rent, moving costs and everything, and then after that I had to find a job within a week. So that was not fun.
Yeah, I can see that. He said within a week. Oh no. Yeah, nah, that's so dear.
Yeah, so I'll never have another a shared lease. Never putting my written history in somebody else's hands.
Yeah, that's true. So wait, so who was paying? Like they were paying, and they were just like they would take your half or take your portion, and then paid all it. But like obviously they weren't paying their part.
No, it was we both had access to the system, so
Okay. So you
we
just
just
assumed they
paid
were doing
separately.
it.
Yeah. I was paying my half, and
And did they have a job? What was?
they had a job, but they didn't have like a. It was an hourly job, and they only worked a certain amount of days, like so many hours a week.
So they literally just couldn't afford their rent.
Yeah, literally. But instead of putting at least something towards the rent, they just weren't paying. They were just living off their check.
I said, that's your problem for real. He said, oh, okay. I guess you're right. And I
Apologies.
mean, yeah, apologize. I was unfamiliar with you again. But yeah, no. So I definitely, and I think because the last time I was unemployed was the pandemic. So I mean, you already know that was
You was
I would say
living life on Easy Street.
that was the best time in the world to be unemployed. I'm like, bro, they need to bring that back for real.
They don't got that no more. They don't got the pandemic thing.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that shit chopped. Especially that extra 600 they was giving niggas, because that's the niggas better realize. Like, I forgot what the cap is for unemployment, but it's somewhere around like $800 or $900. So it's like, bro, an extra 600 is like 70% of the available funds you could ever get. So,
Is it every 2 weeks?
nah, it was every week then. No, it
So
was. I think it was.
800 plus. So you was getting 1,400 every.
It was six. extra 600 that only lasted. I want to say like a month and a half, 2 months.
But that 600 was every week.
But the 600 was every week, if I'm not mistaken. That shit was such a blur, bro. I don't even remember for real.
This nigga was running up a check. 600 a week for 2 months. Damn.
And then from there, I went to 300 every week, and then
You're still
that.
getting the extra on top of the normal unemployment.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you ain't gonna never get that back again. I'm just like, please let me run it back, yeah. Run it back. I'm gonna hit up AMC, GameStop. I'm gonna hit up all the joints. Hit Doge again. Yeah, I'm clapping that up.
That's what we need. We need another pandemic so we can get another stock
We
market
need,
boom.
we need another pandemic for real.
Yeah, we need to get the stock market pumped again.
Mhm.
Stuff's like slowly returning to what it was, but it's not the same game no more. Niggas not making 4 bands off of Upstart anymore.
Yeah, no, you're not.
That
There's
was some good times, just waking up every day seeing what Upstart was gonna do. It's just, oh my god, Upstart. What was the other one? Clove. Oh man, Clove was. We was hitting Clove hard.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I only made money off of them like once.
I made money off. I made a lot of money off of Clove because I did like a really really high call, and it ended up paying off. I made like 1,700 off of Clove.
Mhm. Ooh, all right. So what we got, man? What we got on the docket today? We got a lot of. Listen, I think last week was pretty. Was it hard hitting? What did we even talk about last week for real? I don't even remember.
You didn't post the agenda, so I don't know.
Last week was okay. Some political stuff: Supreme Court, Jonathan Majors, LAPD, NYPD, the French protests, Twitter. Luckily enough, this week, guys, we don't have really anything serious. Well, we have one serious story, but other than that,
What's the
it's.
serious story? Final Fantasy 16?
I was gonna say the hazing scandal. Well, I guess I
Oh,
technically Keke Palmer's story is serious, like for her, but like,
it's serious for niggas arguing on Twitter. That's for damn sure.
yeah, it's serious for the niggas involved, which is somehow more than just the two people involved.
I wonder how
Um,
more people got involved. I don't. What could have ever brought attention to this? Man,
well, I mean, unfortunately, doofy niggas bring attention to these issues. I mean, well, fuck, it, we might as well just jump straight into this, right? Because this is probably going to be the most comprehensive topic, at least. Um, so for those who don't know, Keke Palmer has a child with a nigga named Darius Dalton, who is a low tier actor who is also the brother of Ro from Insecure. Uh, Again, if that doesn't help you recognize him, it's because you're not gonna recognize him. But with that
definitely
being
lost
said,
the way.
yeah, that's who he was, and apparently they had met at like a Insecure wrap up party or something like that. So with that being said, I guess they met, hit it off, da da da, and ended up
You
having
know
a
what's
child.
fucked up? I don't mean to cut you off. I just Googled him. An actor doesn't even come up under his name. It's internet personality.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean because it's like I think you've like when I say low tier actor, like dog, like your roles are incumbent upon your wife being Keke Palmer, or your excuse me, your baby mama being Keke Palmer.
He has 3 previous acting credits and one upcoming gig.
I'm sure they're really high prestige acting credits.
Key TVs. He was a sports fan.
Dawn of the Predator, yeah, which is
Uh,
not out yet, right?
Ultraman, a new chapter. He was a staff sergeant.
Okay. Games people play. He was Darius
Uh,
Jackson. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look,
that's
man,
it.
a TV mini. I mean, I think this guy's really.
That Ultraman. That's not even. That's like it says video. So like I don't. YouTube short.
This guy's eating. That's all I know.
I'm not going to downplay nobody that's an actor though, because I'm not an actor. Actually, you know what? We got a YouTube channel. We got.
Oh, the runtimes for that Ultraman thing was 13 minutes. That's why it was like a video. Like it's literally a video.
Oh no, I figured. I knew it wasn't a show or movie. That's like Aqua Teen Hunger Force short.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one half of an Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode.
My thing is like we always say like, oh, I'm not gonna shit on people. Like it's like, well, I wouldn't, but then you step in it, and that's kind of my whole thing. Like I hate when we make this thing where people always, I'm not gonna shit on a black man who would stop it. We do it all the time. We do it all the time, and many of y'all deserve it, quite frankly.
Wait, the only time, well, niggas shit on niggas for anything. The only time I shit on people is when people deserve it.
But anywho, so let's keep moving into the story, right? Now that we've got the background of who this nigga is. He met Keke Palmer at a rap party for Insecure. Again, he was not on the show. But he went to the rap party, da da da. They linked up, chopped it up. I guess they had a good vibe going, da da da. Fast forward, however much time passes, they have a child together, right? So what happens is, for those who do not know, Usher has a residency in Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for those who also don't know what a residency is, it's basically you just be in Vegas like 4 days a week or some shit, or 3 days a week, and you just be having hella shows in Vegas for an extended period of time, like a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever the contract is, right? So basically, Usher's doing shows like 3, 4 days a week. I don't know the actual details of the residency, but I'm saying the nigga be there 4 or 5 days a week or some shit like that. He be there regularly. So he's doing shows in Vegas, and he's done a bunch. I mean, mind you, Joe Budden was at one of the shows. We've seen tons of celebrities at the shows. And the only reason I mentioned Joe Budden is because there was a video of him dapping Usher at one of the shows. Did you see this video?
Nah.
So it's a video, right, where Usher was about to talk to Joe Girl, and then Joe dapped the shit out of him mad hard. He dapped Usher hand mad hard, like, yo, look, man, I respect you, you Usher. Just don't play around. Like that hard ass dap let him know. And then so his girl get up and she just do a little shimmy, a little whine, and then she sit back down after a little bit. But it just was killing me because it's like, again,
That was supposed to let him know.
this is also a thing, right? Like it shows that this is a thing because people come to these shows.
Mhm.
Usher picks people out of the crowd. These aren't just regular shows where like on a certain concerts, certain artists, they're just gonna do a show, get up there, perform, and not interact with y'all at all. Like during these residencies, he walks through the crowd, he starts looking for me, he pick people out, like, oh, okay, what y'all on? Y'all got a good little couple going. What's y'all details of y'all marriage and shit? Like they had another video of him pulling a couple out where they mentioned getting married, and he thought the guy was gonna propose to her, and then he doesn't propose. He's just dancing with his wife, and Usher looking like, hey, my man, I thought you was gonna propose. And the guy was like, oh, nah, I ain't da-da-da. He's like, man, don't get the fuck off my shit, yo. Like, he's thinking, saying, like, bro, I asked, are there couples in here looking to get proposed? You talking about some, yeah, well, well, you got the ring on you, nigga? Oh, okay, sit back down there. That's not who I'm talking to. But anyway, so he has one of these shows, and Keke Palmer is at the show. And she's at the show with a bunch of other people, too. They're sitting in like looks like a VIP type section or some shit. So Usher comes up to this section. He's talking to all them, da da da. And I don't even remember what song was he performing at the time. I don't even remember. It might have been like "There Goes My Baby" or something. But he's performing a song. Keke Palmer stands up and she doing a little whine and all that. And then Usher hug her and then put his hand around her waist. But the hand around the waist, it's in the spot to where there is no respectful way to put your hand around somebody else's girl's waist. But it's in a spot to where it's clear, like, look, bro, I ain't trying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know where it could be. You know where it could be. You know where it's at. Like, look where it's at. This is just the job I'm doing. So he's doing that. Da da da. Then she turn around. She got a see-through dress, so you can see the buns. And then Usher said he'd make a little face like, ooh, ooh. Nigga said, ah, yeah. But anyway, so that's the whole thing. She do the spin, da da da, and then she sit down. Then there was another video. I think this was probably before the show even happened, or before that incident even happened, where Usher's on stage and it's like he's shirtless and she's zooming in. She got her mouth open, like, "Oh my gosh, Usher, what?" And then so all of that leads up into a moment where this video gets posted online, right? Now, Keke Palmer's baby daddy decide, you know what? I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling it. And that's my first thing, right? How do y'all react to it? How do you react to this? Right? Like you see your girl and don't change none of the circumstances. It's still Usher.
Right.
It's still your girl is still who your girl is. You get what I'm saying? Like you like, and that's because that was my issue. The biggest issue I had was people trying to change the circumstances to make their argument. Like, bro, if like bro, it's no way if I was dancing with some girl, then my girl would. Okay, I'm like, okay, maybe that's true. If you were dancing with some random girl in the club, if you are dancing with one of the most well known and well liked female R&B singers of all time, and your girl got a problem, she has to eat that. No,
Yeah,
she
I
got to
feel
eat
like
that. No,
that's the standard, right?
that's
Like
and that's my whole
I
point.
feel like
Like,
everybody has a situation like every girl has a guy. I'm pretty sure you talked about this with your girl.
mhm. Yeah, so yeah, celebrity
If
crushes.
Rihanna walk in, what am I gonna do? What
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
do?
Yeah, and the craziest thing is it definitely differs by person because everybody's crushes and shit like that are different. Like some people, Usher is not gonna move them, but I know for me, it's like I got a lot of respect for Usher as a musician. So it's like, dog, if my girl is there wearing whatever she wearing, and Usher gonna dance with, bro, get y'all shit off.
Yeah,
Like none of this I'm not like, and that's the part that I thought blew mine because so many niggas is like, oh y'all cool with cuck shit, and I'm like, okay, first off.
how is this? Okay,
I that cuck shit is not happening. Like that is the last thing I'm cool with. Um,
Adam
yeah,
2023. That's a cup.
I am not Kyle 22, nigga.
Zico is a cuck.
It is
Dancing
not
with the
me.
most famous celebrity is not cuck shit.
Bro, yeah, like my girl going to a famous celebrity show, him picking her out the crowd, dancing for 30 seconds, and then not even 30 in some cases. Some of these cases, it just be a real quick, hey,
Also,
hey.
keep this in mind. Keke Palmer is also a celebrity, which I'm sure
That yes,
heavily contributed to
yes.
why Usher
And that
picked her out.
And that is another again, when I said the context, you can't remove that context. Me
If
dancing
you
with a
remove that
girl in a
context,
club,
your girl's not
that's
getting picked out, probably.
yeah, like me dancing with a girl in a club, that's not my peer. So of course my girl gonna be sick. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dog, if I'm a famous politician and then there's another famous politician in here, and I'm just, doing a little dance with the politician, bro, relax. Like you think I want old boy wife? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, but and so that was the part that killed me at first, right? Was he then jumps out. He jumped out of left field and said, "Yo, you a mom no? Like, what's you wearing that dress? You a mom no?" And so this is why I thought like what I will say is I'm not gonna sit up here and say you don't have a right to be upset in this situation. What I'm gonna say is that you doing it publicly, one, will always look like an L. And then two, you lying and saying it's about the dress is always going to make you look like a dork because now you have publicly put it out there, but it's not even what you really mad at. Because I
Also,
promise you,
are
you're not
they
mad at that dress.
still together, or is that just his baby mama?
Well, now it appears they are
Huh,
not.
that's
Uh,
no problem. You played
but
yourself.
but Keke Palmer did post like "I love my man" at the time, like, and that was I think either a day before this happened or a day after, or like that. It was in that span. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Man,
like, y'all, they were together. They were absolutely dating. Like she considered him her man. Um, but again, it still just raised the question of like, bro, like again, if I see that video, like to me, it just felt bitterness. Like you're in the house, she out having a blast, and that's why it hurt even more. It wasn't about the dress, it wasn't about none of that shit. You in the house with the kids, right? Meanwhile, you watched her go live your dreams, and oh, she get to party with Usher, she chilling with da da da, so and so, and she vibing with da da da. And I feel like it was a tinge of jealousy. It felt like where it's like your career and your girl career are two different things. And it's like you pretty much got to sit down, shut up, and take whatever your girl dish out because she's the breadwinner or the one who's making all the money or the one who's putting you on or so on and so forth. And my thing is, to a degree, that is true, but I don't even think Keke Palmer putting you in that situation for real. You put yourself there.
yeah, I was gonna say. First off, nobody. I don't think most people would have even known who this person was. Maybe
Wouldn't.
like the diehard celebrity following people know who Keke
Yeah,
Palmer
wouldn't.
baby daddy is, but nobody knew. Nobody would have known anything if you didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, no, it sure wouldn't. Because I've seen this guy before. Like he looked visually familiar, but I'm just like, I've never heard of you. I don't know you. I just have seen you before. That's it. I've just seen you in pictures with other people who I know, like who I recognize. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, um, but then I think it got even worse because then they started going into my man's Twitter history, started looking at them tweets, and fellas, anybody, fuck
Oh,
fellas, anybody.
I didn't see any of the tweets. What kind of off the wall stuff was he saying?
Okay, all right. Pick a social issue. That nigga had a take on it. and it was always the wrong one. Like that's just
It's
what it came
really
down.
just throw a dart at a dartboard. I can just say anything.
It was just police brutality. Surely the black. No,
Uh,
no, no. So it was police brutality. It was transphobia. It
bro,
was what else was it? What else
feminist.
was it? Yeah, of course you already know it's some misogyny in there.
Oh, okay.
It was DV discussions.
What's
Um,
DV?
domestic violence.
Oh, okay.
Like you know
Wait,
what I'm saying?
how can you how are you on the wrong side of DV?
No, it was a tweet where it wasn't even the wrong side, but it's still one of those things where like basically the tweet read, and I literally do not remember what came after the but because you ever read something in your mind and
Yeah,
your brain
there shouldn't be
turns
a
it
but
off.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, your brain just turn it off. Like I'm not gonna let you read no more. Like I literally seen something and it was like, all right, I'm not one to something domestic violence, but and I'm like,
There's no
yeah,
but.
yeah, right. And I was just immediately like, I don't know what comes next. I'm not gonna read it. My brain won't let me see it. I can't see the words. It's just jumble on my screen now. So it was just everything. It was, but not just that. He also had they went to his likes too, and he
Oh
had
my god.
likes.
Come on
Where
now.
do you remember the picture recently, very recently, of Tracy Ellis Ross, where she was doing the hand bra? You remember that picture?
Yeah. Hmm.
And do you remember the fact that for some reason, a lot of people, mostly idiots and niggas online, were upset and felt like she was weird for posting that picture? Do you remember that?
No. I didn't
Okay, so
follow
there
the
was that.
situation. I just seen
There
the
was
picture.
there
Yeah.
was a contingent of niggas who felt which to me, I'm sorry, if you see titties from someone who is beautiful on your screen and the first thing you think of is like her intentions and why she's doing this, does she need to sell something? Does she want attention? You are a
Oh
loser.
my god. You
You
niggas
are a
are
loser.
sick in the head.
You are a loser. You can't even enjoy the titties in front. That's how I know you watch too much porn. That's what it is. That's what it is. I know what it is. That shit is rotted. You like you see it so often now with between OnlyFans, the porn. You see it so often now. It don't even mean nothing no more to you. It don't even get you excited. It
Literally.
don't even get you hyped. You just see it. And you just like, why are you doing this?
Are you selling something? What product you got lined up?
Why are you doing this? Which is nuts. That's just a nuts stance to take. Like, there's no way I see Tracy Ellis Ross doing a hand brawl. My first thought is like, bro, like, what's she on this for? Like, is she past her prime? Is she trying to? So anyway, these
Yeah, that's a
idiots.
crazy thought process
It
to me.
is. It's an insane thought process. I don't want to say the word it is, but it's insane. Um, but so these niggas took that stance, and he likes a tweet basically saying like, pretty much something. Basically, a long story short, calling Tracy Ellis Ross a loser. Now remember this: Tracy Ellis Ross is Keke Palmer's contemporary. You are my peer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that means my nigga is at home liking tweets, calling my peers losers, especially over a hand, bro. Over covering my nipples with my hand. Like, okay, my nigga, you are clearly the loser here. It's very obvious. It's you that's the loser. And so between them tweets, between that tweet, all these tweets he had about misogyny and domestic violence and this and that, and then after he start catching some heat, his first and only comment at first was just a very bad tweet where he pretty much talked about it's a crazy world we live in where a man can't talk to his wife about what he want his wife wearing
You
and now
didn't talk
and
to
now
her. You
hold
put
on,
it
hold
all
on,
over
hold on,
everybody.
hold on. Listen, it's a million things wrong with this statement. We gonna get to them. I want to find the exact tweet, honestly.
I'm sure you can find a screenshot easily because I sent it to Reef earlier this week.
Here we go. Oh, this is it. Okay. We live in a generation where a man of the family does not want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. And he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. Rest my case.
Oh yeah, rest your case, yeah. You loser
Now,
ass nigga.
now, now. First off, where do I start? Where do I start here? Let me pick something out real quick.
You could literally pick that entire tweet apart piece by
Could
piece.
I could
You
piece
can't
by
just pick
piece.
one.
It's like we live us, all of us. It's like nah. But the first part is a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to. Let's stop right here. Wife
I didn't even pay attention to that part. Yeah.
No, hold on. Yeah, I know it. Right. But wife? That's interesting that you said that because as far as I know, you're actually not married to this woman. But
See,
okay.
that's already showcasing his views. He feel like he got a baby with her. That's his forever.
Right. Of course. Because that's what niggas think. No? Um, cool. So let's start there. Wife is insane, right? Um, showcase booty cheeks to please others. Now, to me,
What makes you think
yeah,
she's doing it to please anybody else?
how do you gauge whether she's doing it to please herself or to please others? That's already an impossible argument that I tell niggas. Never stoop into this. You can't win that argument. Like if we're talking because you're arguing intention. And I think it's a fool's game to argue intention because how the fuck will you ever know?
Exactly.
You'll never know. Like your girl can argue intention with you, and she can be dead wrong all she want, but it won't matter. That's not how intention works. Like you'll never know what her intentions was. But that is also a rich statement coming from a nigga who posted a video of her shaking ass in a leopard onesie, tight one too, real tight, so you can see the curvature of the booty. Like I saw the video a few times
Oh,
for
he's doing
for
research.
science, yeah, for
Yeah,
research,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
So my whole thing is like, so you mad at her for what? Going out in public and doing it, but you don't have no problem. So to me, again, this is why I keep saying it just screams jealousy. Because when you were there with her, you had no problem filming that picture or filming that video of her butt shaking in that dress, and then her leaving and going wherever she went with that dress on, right?
It's just
No
the fact
problem.
that it was.
But now
Yeah,
you not home. Now you feel away. And now it's about the clothes, right? It's not about
now
the
that
clothes.
I'm not condoning the ass shaking, now it's a problem.
Yeah, and now it's about the clothes specifically. Like you know that's not the case, Brody. It can't be because you cool with the leopard onesie with the ass jumping. But now the
Yeah, I
see-through
said
ass
this
is
when we
where
was
it
talking
gets a
about
little
it
wild.
earlier this week. That outfit wasn't even that bad. You see way worse shit in the club, honestly.
Well, funniest thing is we want to talk about outfits. That's why I'm glad you mentioned that. When I put it up here on the podcast, you see how I mentioned Sierra, right?
Hmm.
Do you remember the outfit Sierra had on at that? I forgot what award show or what event it was. Sierra had on like the diamond shit with the ass out with Russell
Yeah,
Wilson there right next to her, and Russell Wilson didn't give a fuck because, well, that's my girl, nigga.
that's
I ain't
my
tripping.
wife. Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
granted, Russell Wilson was there. That's why I keep coming back to that because I think the fact that he wasn't there is what threw him. Because in
Hmm.
his head, it's like if I'm there, I don't care what she wearing because I could be there to handle whatever comes with that. But then the one time I don't be there with you, you wearing that, and Usher do all of this, I would if I was there, I wouldn't have let that happen. I wouldn't, and then you would have looked even weirder.
Yeah, that would have been 10 times worse,
And
honestly.
then you would have looked even weirder because then
You
it would have
getting
been like,
thrown out by security at Usher's Regency.
or
That's
maybe not even getting thrown out, but you basically like trying to like, yo, Usher, well, and he gonna look at you like, what the fuck he on, bro? It's a show. We doing
nigga, this is my
performances.
job. What the fuck are you doing?
Like, nigga,
She's
relax.
also
Like, nigga,
she's an
I've known
actor.
Keke Palmer for mad long too. Like, that's also like, bro, you just met your girl a few years ago. Nigga, these niggas know each other. They are
Yeah.
peers.
And then, like I said, Keke Palmer's an actor. Do we have a problem when she do acting roles when she got to kiss niggas and have sex scenes?
I can't imagine how he wouldn't. Can't imagine him living through that. That's my whole thing. Like, but then the other part that blew mine, right, is what happens after this is that it spawned this whole conversation, right? About
Hmm.
traditional values and niggas being traditional men and wanting traditional morals of standards and traditional women and so on and so forth, right? And I wish it didn't because I was like, ultimately, this is not a traditional convo because you're not dating a traditional woman. Period. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, exactly. When you talk about traditional men and
Yeah.
traditional
What is
values, first off, you're not the breadwinner. That's tradition is already out the window.
talk about it?
One now.
Two, you ain't married to the woman you had a baby with. Tradition's also out the window.
Mm, talk about that.
Like, listen, as quiet as it's kept. I don't know this man's circumstances, right? I don't know nothing going on in his life. I see he got a few Z tier movies. What I will say,
Tier.
I know a nigga in my own life who had a child with somebody. Damn, I had a child out of wedlock and got married right after.
Mm,
If we gonna talk tradition, let's
that's
talk
what a nigga.
tradition.
Yeah, if you got
Let's
tradition, that's
talk
what you do.
tradition. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, dog, that's a nigga who's just an ordinary guy, brother. You are who you are. Maybe you are just an ordinary guy. I don't know.
500,000 there,
Bro,
maybe.
100,000. It don't matter. A 70,000 there. It don't matter. Because it's like, dog, even if you couldn't give her the ceremony she wanted, because I'm sure you can't. But yes, you couldn't give her that. Y'all can't go down to the courthouse, do that, make it official, do this and do. Cool. So
Also, there's no guarantee that she wanted to get married.
talk about it, which would also break tradition, would it not? So that's my whole thing where it's like, so you cannot tell me you are a traditional, and that's often the problem with these traditional niggas. Because traditional niggas do not look for traditional women. You know why? Because they don't fucking like them. Traditional women don't catch y'all eye. Traditional women are not the ones that are out here getting y'all attention. You know who's getting y'all attention? The untraditional woman. So what y'all do is y'all meet women who are not traditional, who don't adhere to most of that, or maybe they adhere to 50, 60% of it, 70% of it. It just depends on the nigga. And you want to step up into the situation and decide, all right, well, this is how we playing it, but then you don't want to adhere to none of it. And that's my thing where we talk about picking and choosing the traditional values, right? Like, what not? Because the way I saw the argument devolve was a whole bunch of men sat up here and acted like they were catching women like lacking. Like, I can't believe y'all said it out loud. Y'all basically saying if you make the most money in the relationship, you can treat somebody however the fuck you want. And I was like, okay, let me let y'all in on a little secret. That's literally always how it worked.
I was gonna say it's not the quiet part. Y'all do that anyway. Well, not
That's
y'all,
his.
because y'all don't make no money, but niggas that make money do
But
that.
no, they'll do it without money. That's the point.
Yeah,
Y'all do it anyway. Y'all do that anyway with no money, with all the money, with some of the money. It don't matter what percentage of tradition y'all are because the controlling part is what y'all do anyway.
I'm a nigga. I control shit.
So the part that blows mine is y'all acting like women adhering to that. No. Women are following your logic through because they're telling you, okay. Let's say you're right. Let's just say you're right. Let's just say you're right. Let's just say you are absolutely right. You are the traditional man. I need to be the traditional woman, right? So as I make my adjustments, tell me, how do you become the breadwinner? When do we get married?
Mm.
When do those things? Because that's part of the tradition. No, when do we do those things? And they're like, well, nah, because it's like, and I'm like, bro, but historically speaking, the person who won who is the breadwinner tends to be the decision maker and the person who has final say. I'm not saying that they're the only opinion that mattered, but that's always how this was set up. So for y'all to act like that was a gotcha, it's just like, bro, y'all are so stupid. Like, how is that a gotcha to women who are already recognizing and acknowledging that this is what niggas do? This is historically what niggas have done. And to me, it makes perfect sense because it's like, bro, yeah, y'all niggas want to be traditional, but the one part of traditional, which is the man being the provider and the bread, that's the one part y'all niggas will opt out of every time.
Well, because I can't provide, so I mean,
Or I don't
um,
want to. Or this girl
no,
not
I
worth
can.
providing
Oh,
for.
it is.
Or this
That's the one.
yeah, and it's just like, so you find a girl who's not traditional, try to make her traditional through shame, through guilt, through all it. Like, and that's the crazy part. It's not even like you just present it to her like, hey, listen, these are the values I believe in. I'd like if we could find a way for us to shift our values and we can become more traditional. And she agreed with it, and then y'all work on it. It never works that way. Damn near. It almost always is you niggas coercing her into leaving that life alone. Stop going to the clubs, cutting you off from your friends. You can't have this no more. You can't go out no more. I'm not buying you that type of clothes and them little what do you call them, poster girl dresses and all of that other shit. And it's like, dog, you took a girl who lived that life, tried to remove her from it and make her traditional. Why? Because that's what y'all love. Y'all love that chase, nigga. Y'all niggas love to hunt, which is crazy because then all you got to do is pick the traditional woman you want from the jump. Bro, it's women out here who want to cook, clean, provide all of that for a nigga. And as long as he do his hands of the bargain, they
But
willing to let you lead the way.
that woman don't look like Keke Palmer though.
But that woman titties not on Instagram. That's the point. So for the same niggas who will shame Tracy Ellis Ross for showing titties on Instagram, guess what? You not picking Tracy Ellis Ross, not showing the titties on Instagram. You're not picking her unless she do it. Like, and that's the part that killed me, where it's like, bro, you niggas don't want traditional women. Y'all want non-traditional women. You can blend into traditional women. It's
Or
like,
even if you take the tradition out, you want a bad woman to be the housewife, the subservient one. You want
mhm.
somebody that's probably above you status wise to come down to your level or even below you. You want the
Yeah,
woman that's posting titties on IG to act like the woman that goes to church. But you don't actually want her to go to church. You just want her basically you just want to be in control.
yeah. Because if she went to church and held you to them standards and them values as well, again, tradition. If she held you to that, I promise you wouldn't even be able to adhere to that. Because most of you niggas don't. So again, that's why when I hear niggas say traditional, I spit on the ground near niggas every time because it's like you niggas are lying. There's a very small percentage of y'all who really want to be traditional niggas. The rest of y'all it's just code. It's code for something. You want one part of that traditional pie. You don't want the whole shit. You don't want everything. Because everything means a lot of weight on your shoulders. Everything means my girl get to sit back and then barefoot in the house while I bust my fucking ass. And y'all hate that shit. That's a belief y'all don't believe in. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Me too. I don't believe in it either. Baby, this is a partnership. But that's the problem. That's not traditional, is it? That's not traditional. And there's nothing wrong with believing that. It's nothing wrong with feeling like your partner should be a partner. Like this should be a partnership. I'm not saying 50-50, but if I got a little bit more than you, then maybe 60-40. If you got a little bit more than me, then maybe 60-40 your way. But it shouldn't be no because you make a little bit more than I do, you do everything. And I do like it shouldn't be that. And again, I'm of that belief, but the problem is you cannot be no traditional man looking for traditional values and still believe that. That's a key part of the tradition is that one person is the breadwinner and it's the man. And that's the part that blows my mind where it's like, bro, y'all niggas is y'all half stepping. You can't half step with this shit, dog. Either you in or you out, or you mostly in or you mostly out. And it's like, bro, you can't cherry pick. Like you can't cherry pick. Like that's like saying you a feminist, and you gonna cherry pick some of the ways you support women, but just some of them, not all of them. Like it's like, nigga, so what are we talking about? It's like, no, I'm a feminist, so like I support women and I donate to women and I care a lot about women's maternal health, but I ain't with all of that OnlyFans shit. It's like, okay, so you're not a feminist then. You can't pick and choose the parts you're gonna adhere to and say that you steal the whole thing. It's just not how it works.
All I'm saying is I'm a feminist, but my girl can't go up and dance on Usher. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, I mean,
At the end of the day, that's it. That's it, bro. If Usher want to sing in front of you, standing still with his arms at his shoulder, his arms down at his side, he could do that.
I just think it's hilarious that for some reason these situations always revolve around Usher. Like Boondocks had a whole episode about this, and it's like
That's the part that's not a coincidence. Like I mean, we need to, and that's the part where it's just like I said, this is why I said early on, like I can understand why he'd be mad because Usher is literally just a menace when it comes to this shit. But at the same time, knowing this man's a menace, knowing that they're peers, understanding what happened, nigga, you simply have to keep it P, and that is not what you did.
and I'm assuming you knew that she was going to the show. You saw what she was dressed like beforehand.
Maybe not.
Because I'm just trying to. Well, do you know where they live?
I
Maybe
don't
she
even
was
know.
on a
I
trip.
don't
She
even
was in
know if
Vegas.
they live together. Like that's my whole thing. I don't know if they were like. I don't know if she was just out and about for a week or two. You know what I mean? Like again, Keke Palmer be on the move, so I can
Yeah,
imagine
she's
she's not at
everywhere.
home much. Meanwhile, this nigga don't be working. So let's be real here. His ass probably at home with the baby for real. So and don't get
That's
me wrong.
also
Like
not traditional.
talk about it. Talk about
The
it.
nigga taking care of the baby. Yo, get real.
You know what else ain't traditional? Complaining about what your wife wear on social media. I don't think that's what traditional niggas stood for.
Yeah,
Mostly.
that was my
That's just me.
argument from the very beginning. Why wouldn't you just text her? Why would you put that on Twitter for
Because he
everybody
did, but that shit was eating him up because he knew he wasn't gonna get a response to the text till hours later.
So you just had to embarrass
Yeah, that
yourself
shit
and
was eating his.
everybody.
Well, niggas do that. Niggas do that often. They'll see their girl having a good time. They not having they feeling away. Yeah, fuck it. Let's fuck everyone's day up.
Well, you fucked your life up, pal.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did.
I saw her responses. She made a shirt saying "I'm a mother." She posted videos twerking the day afterwards. It's all bad. You embarrass yourself now. Oh, I think did you see the most embarrassing part about this whole situation is he reactivated his Twitter account. Did you see he just posted a video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The
he
video
posted
was like
some.
forever with Eminem and Kanye West. I'm like, dog, this is not a real person.
Mm-hmm.
This is a this is an AI generated image of a cornball nigga. This is what
An
scientists
AI generated cornball.
this is what scientists believe cornballs are, honestly. Because there's no way you deactivate because you're such a lame ass nigga. You got cooked into oblivion. You reactivate
Yeah.
and then post like this inspirational rap video as your response to come. Dog, there's no
No,
way.
but the worst part
There's
was
no
his
way.
first tweet back, even before the video, was something about like controlling his notifications, and he's like, "Thanks, Elon Musk," and ats him in the post, brother. If you've ever added Elon Musk on his website, you are a corn. You are a pure corn. There's no way around it,
I mean,
unless you are threatening him.
I was going to say I've added him and threatened him a multitude of
Yeah,
times.
unless you have something bad to say. But if you are slurping
If you
with
faking
under
a
the
dick
ad,
sucking, yeah, no.
yeah, crazy cornery.
This is a sick
It
meme,
really is.
bro.
It really is
I
because,
didn't even know
bruh.
about the tweet. I just saw the video. This
And
is
again, I get it, dog. I get it. Like, I understand if you really got a problem with it, like, but that's still some shit you could have came. She could have came home. Y'all could have had that convo, and it could have been a whole convo about it. But instead, you gonna crash out over Usher doing shit that Usher has historically always fucking done. Like, and
not
that's
to
why you
my
look like
girl.
a fool. You're
Not to
not to
my
my girl. No, you're right. Not to your girl. To your baby mama.
girl. What would you put it like that? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Your ex girl and your baby mama. Yeah, that's who we did it to. Um. But yeah, man, I'm just like, look, dog, I don't know what we talking about, but for me, it's like from let's see, from one cornball to the next. I guess we might as well discuss the Jonah Hill shit.
yeah, what's going on with Jonah Hill?
So
That wasn't even on the agenda, was it? You just saw that before, didn't
nah, but I literally saw this like 10 minutes before we started.
you? Yeah, let's get into that because I have no
S-
idea.
so there's this woman, Sarah Brady. Don't know who this woman is. Don't care. That Jonah Hill was dating, and this is, I guess, his most recent ex. Well, no, this is from 2021. Uh, she's a surfer, right? Meaning she surfs. I don't know if she surfs professionally or if she just surfs for leisure, but she surfs. Surfing is apparently a part of her life. So I think I sent it to you. The text message thread of Jonah Hill basically texting a bunch of shit to her about her surfing and pretty much saying these are my boundaries, right? Um, and so I'll just read the boundaries to you. Let me just give me plain and simple, right? Jonah Hill says, if you need, and he's going to say a bunch of things, but he's saying, if you need those, I'm not the right person for you, right? So if you need to surf with men first, I can't even surf with a nigga. Like, off the list, immediately off top. If there's a nigga involved and you surfing with him, it's over. 2, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men. You're gonna have to
What does
expound
that
on.
even
You're gonna
mean?
have to expound on that one, Brody. 3, to model, just modeling in general. 4, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit. She is a surfer. Do you understand? Then right after that, to post sexual pictures. So it's really the posting you not jacking, like, at all. Like, just don't post. Like, just be on your story, posting memes and shit. And then, and I'll tell you what, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past.
Hello?
Beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something. Now, this is the only one I respected here. Like, this is the only one I respected here.
No,
Like,
but the way it's like I know what he meant by this, but the way he put this is still crazy. He
right?
meant basically if you doing dirt with women that's doing dirt, like if you're friends with women that's doing dirt, I
Oh yeah,
understand
no.
how
This one's
you
obvious. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like, I understand. Like, you are friends with women who are in unstable places in their life, and they were part of your wild past. Like, yeah, no. Like, that's because I promise you, if I got niggas like that in my life, my girl gonna make me cut them off, and she should, and I wouldn't be mad at her for trying to do that. But anyway, he says, I'm not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it and there will be no hard feelings. But these are my boundaries for romantic partnership, right? My boundaries with you are based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Now, first off, this list is nuts, considering you are talking to a surfer saying she can't surf with men, she can't model, she can't post pics of herself in the suit. So basically, niggas shouldn't even know I surf, is what you're telling me.
yeah, literally, I should just shut up and dribble or shut up and surf, right?
Oh, dog. His ex was a surf instructor.
His ex before her?
No, this one. She was a surf instructor. Her whole job is
Oh
surfing.
man.
It's not a hobby, nigga. It's how I get paid. Yeah, no. You're really chopped. See, this is what I didn't know. And then there's a whole, and mind you, she posted all these on her story.
Yeah, I'm looking
And
at it now, and it seems like this all started because receiving a pic I took down by request of a misogynist and a narcissist. So this is all getting brought up because he did some fuck shit recently. So now, see, niggas just
I can't let
niggas
it
be shooting
go. Yeah.
themselves in the foot. Come on, dog. This
Niggas be good.
because I was looking at the original post you said, and I'm looking like 2021. Why is she bringing this up now? And Jonah Hill just did some fuck shit recently. So she airing this nigga out. Cornball, you deserve it.
Yeah. And I was crying because a lot of niggas was just saying like, yeah, like he was on his little therapy run, so we let him cook. But at this point, now we about to step on your shit.
Has he done cornball things before in the past? He's
Um,
a celebrity that I relatively hear nothing about. Like he usually be quiet.
yeah, not that I know of necessarily. I don't know. I mean, again, he's a white guy, so I don't. But yeah, this is where it started. Like reviving a pick I took down by request. Like, can you imagine being insecure enough to make her take down this pick? Like, I just sent it to you. Like
Yeah,
this,
that's the shit I was looking at before.
this
Took
is
down.
an ordinary picture.
This is a sick anti-Negro.
And the wildest part was literally she posting the pics from early on where the whole thing he liked about her was the pic she was posting. Like he was sending the heart eye emojis on the surfing pics, like, "Ooh yeah, yeah, you look so good." And then now he like, "Well, if that's what drew me to you, it's gonna draw other men to you." Like, bro, I have a surfing business,
You niggas need to
okay?
grow the fuck up.
But now
Like
hold on, there's another one. There was another one. There was one, and this is one thing I thought was really funny, and it's also applicable because I too am dating a 25-year-old, but um he's like,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
on your
okay.
Leo shit. Okay, okay.
But so so this is Jonah Hill, and he's like, "You're right. We can't do surf social things or develop trust until you consider me and make decisions that give regard to our relationship. I have been as vulnerable as possible, and I'm telling you, I need you to step up to the plate, which you can. I'm sure of it. But these losers don't get your time if you want me. Straight up, it's just about consideration.
Wait up.
Straight up, type shit. You're." Then he said, "I respect your love of surfing. I don't think you can, but I respect
You
myself as
can't
well.
possibly.
And your love of surfing and being in those situations and lack of awareness are not mutually exclusive. This isn't me. I have my own issues that I own, right? Then here, hold on. This is the part right here. If you want marriage and family, you can't use the 25 card. Step up and cut shit. These people don't get your time or your kindness at the sacrifice of minds."
Who are these people? Who's he even
She
talking about? Niggas online?
I'm glad you asked because she herself literally said by these people, he meant any friend of mine that he hadn't personally approved of.
Oh, okay. So this nigga's just okay. Yeah, okay.
But then the part that kills
And
me is
he
right.
didn't personally approve of this nigga's on some
Yeah,
abusive.
he's a nut. But see,
This
this is
is like,
also what happened when you turn just giving an abuser and make him go to therapy and he don't actually stop being an abuser. He just learns how to better mask and use this fucking
yeah,
language.
terminology about my boundaries.
Yeah, my boundaries and consideration, and vulnerability, and respect, and love, and mutually exclusive awareness. And boy, if you don't shut the fuck up. But the funniest part, though, what I thought of that whole thing was niggas will date a 25-year-old and then say you can't use the 25 card. Bitch, she 25. It's like dating a black person and say, yo, don't use the black card. Uh, it's like it's literally the card though.
How old is he?
Jonah Hill, I don't 30 something.
Or how old was he? First off, what like
He's
you just said,
39.
some reason in 2021, he was fucking 37. First off, why are you if you're gonna date a 25-year-old, like you just said, how are you expect them to not use the 25 card? You're 37. Go date somebody above 30. Why are you talking to a
can't
25
do
year old?
can't do that. Can't do that.
That's what I said. You on your Leo shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Listen, I'm not gonna be a complete weirdo and date them straight out of high school, but 25, they still young, but they brain fully developed. Yeah, I'm 45, but 25 is cool.
but that was the part that killed me. Like, dog, you niggas will date young girls, then be shocked when they act young. And don't get me wrong, not even saying what she's doing is acting young. You just don't like it
Yeah,
because she's pretty much just
she's
telling
not
you.
doing anything. She's doing her fucking job.
Yeah, she doing her, and it's just like, well, you doing you hurts me. Then that's a you problem because I'm not doing nothing to hurt you, nigga. Like you just taking the shit as hurt. That's again, that ain't got shit to do with me for real.
From all the stuff I'm seeing, it looks like they dated for a little bit. They weren't obviously they didn't get into a relationship. If he set his boundaries, they
I
obviously
think
didn't
they
make
did
it too
though,
far.
because they were seen on like the red carpet and shit like that. So it's like they did make it somewhere.
So they got somewhere, but I'm assuming these boundaries are where that shit ended. She saw
Yeah,
that,
I'm
I was
sure
like,
it didn't.
oh no,
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure
no.
it didn't carry on much longer after this. But yeah, no, I just thought this was interesting because I was just like, yeah, I mean, truth be told, I'm just gonna say this part right here. Like, he is a white guy. I mean, I guess I should have known, right? But like, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just think that.
I mean, you can't even say white niggas would do the same thing.
Well, it's funny though because one thing I will say is that all of the shit that he learned in therapy, like my girl was talking about, and she was basically just saying, like, no, he has a whole documentary about his therapeutic journey, and basically
Jonah
like
Hill,
the huh?
Jonah Hill has
Yeah,
a
Jonah
whole
Hill.
documentary about
Yeah,
his.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Why
because
are you
remember,
publicly putting out
well,
your therapy journey
a
for?
few reasons. One, very good PR. Two, think about it. This was when he was losing a lot of weight, and a lot of people were giving him a lot of shit over the weight thing. So he was going to therapy, and he was
Okay.
publicizing the whole thing, right? But what ended up happening was his therapist lacked a lot of boundaries, right? Was very unethical the entire time. And this relationship that him and his therapist had was not even remotely close to like a typical therapeutic relationship.
Oh,
Which,
the therapy was like telling all his shit to tabloids and shit.
well, I don't even think like that, but I just think in a sense that like therapists aren't supposed to give you certain like they're not supposed to lead you to things.
They just
Like
supposed to let you
they're
talk
supposed to
and give
give you
you
the
advice.
information, give you the
Yeah,
tools, and you figure the shit out on your own because it's your life. It's you make the decisions. Your therapist is not supposed to make decisions for you or guide you to a decision or I want you to leave that girl, so I'm gonna guide you in that way. No, it's like all my job is to show you what she's doing, how it affects you, why she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then you come to that own conclusion on your own. Because if I give you enough of that, most people are gonna leave on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I
wait, you're
realize
saying you're talking about leaving? Was he going to therapy and the therapist was specifically talking about?
no, I don't like what I'm saying is
Oh, okay, okay.
this is my girl talking. Like I didn't watch the documentary, so I have no idea what the actual
Okay.
unethical boundary shit. But my thing is she's a therapist. You get what I'm saying? So if a therapist is saying this is unethical, I
Yeah,
mean, shit, you got it. So I don't know the specifics, but it's just like one of those things where like a therapist is literally just there to give you the tools, give you the information, and let you make the decisions that you're gonna make.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But their job is not to basically tell you how to move, make you move a certain way, or try to push you to a certain way. Like that just ain't their job. Um, yeah. But yeah, and that's the thing, like, because my whole point is he can have any boundary he want, right? Like in a normal situation, this could have been like, these are all my boundaries, da da da, this and that. And if she decides she's still gonna post this, still gonna post that, nigga, you just walk up out of there.
Yeah.
What you can't do though is then when you set your boundaries and she crosses your boundaries and then you basically make her delete something, nigga, is why would you make your girl respect your boundaries? If she don't respect them, whatever you've set them as, even if they're
That's
ridiculous.
exactly what I was about to say. Like these are like demands. This isn't
Exactly.
just like a
That's
hey, these are
yeah,
my boundaries.
that's
This is
the
like
point. These are
we're not
demands.
gonna be together if you're not doing this. And if
So
you is doing this, you're gonna stop doing it.
yeah, so that's the part where I was just like, man, I don't know. Y'all niggas is doing what y'all do. But what else? What else we got, man? I'm off it. Again,
We
I
all
seen some.
cornballs.
Well, we may have some more. Oh, we do still have Victor Wembanyama. We got to get to him first, and then we'll
Did
be
he
off.
do something corny?
Yeah, he did. He did a little.
What?
It wasn't like crazy, crazy corny, but like
I thought it was his
I'm on you.
security, not him.
Well, no, that wasn't what was corny. Him retelling the story, knowing he didn't see it, is what was corny. Because it's like knowing you didn't turn your back at all, so you didn't see what happened. Meaning your man lied to you, you didn't know what happened. Now the video come out, and now you look like a corn. I'm not telling you you are a cornball. You were complicit in the lie, but what I'm telling you is, if your nigga lied to you, there was video that come out, and the video shows your nigga lying, and then you parroted the lie to the media. You are now a liar. No.
So he basically agreed with his security, even though in the video he didn't even fucking turn around.
In the video, he didn't turn around. The security didn't turn around. They didn't see nothing. The security made it seem
They
like
just saw a hand and then threw the hand
yeah.
back.
Well, the security lied too, because the security was saying like, "Oh, they grabbed Vic, and then he smacked her, and pushed her out the way, and da da da." And then the video is, bro. In the video, you can tell. I don't think anyone there saw Britney. Like they didn't even know it was Britney Spears.
Yeah, I saw the video. It just, yeah, she walked up behind. She barely touched this thing on the shoulder, like
Yeah,
a tap.
or even the other part was niggas was like, bro, like he hit her hand, and then her hand hit her face. And I'm like, bro, I will kill one of y'all if y'all if y'all think that means I am not culpable. What are you talking
How do you
about?
think my hand hit my face, bro?
Yeah, bro, what are we
Please
talking about?
tell me.
But then of course this whole thing happens, right? This whole shit going. Victor Wembanyama saying he don't even know Britney Spears. Niggas in France was like, nah, I'm
Come on
16
now.
and I know Britney Spears. They
He
was like,
said he don't know Britney Spears.
he never even heard of Britney Spears, what he was saying. And then I'm telling you,
No,
them niggas
come
in
on now.
France
No,
was on his
that's funny.
bumper. Yeah, they was on his bumper like, nigga, we have heard of Britney Spears. Don't do that. You didn't, and maybe you lying, but don't act like no, we know. We know.
Yeah,
So they did
everybody
all of
knows.
that. And then he went out there, but played the game and looked like dog shit. He looked like shit. Looked terrible. And he even had an interview afterwards. And I'm like, I'm sure they're gonna turn it into one of those memes where like the words is big as hell on the picture. But he literally was said like I didn't really know what I was doing, which is insane thing to say.
Like during the game, he was like, "Man, I'm just going through the
No,
motions."
after the game, he said, "Hold on, let me find a quote. Let me find a quote." First off, did you see him get dunked on? He got banged on crazy.
I did. That's the only part of the game that I saw. I don't usually watch summer league.
Um, let's see. He had 9 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, 5 blocks, but he shot 15% from the field. Right?
Mm.
Um, he said, "Oh, here we go." He was talking about his debut, and he's like, "I didn't really know what I was doing, but I'm trying to learn." Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm
Yeah,
not
you
harping
could
on
get
it.
drafted for being really good and being a certain size, but you didn't know what you were doing. How did you make it to the NBA if you didn't know what you were doing?
Well, no, I don't think he meant I didn't know what I was doing in that manner. But I think he was just kind of looking at it like, dog, like, I mean, I was just out there trying to figure shit out. Like, but again, that's what I'm saying. When you say I didn't know what I was doing and you're the number one pick after a shitty game, it just looks insane. Especially
Yeah,
when the Britney Spears stance is on your ass now.
you gotta show out. You gotta defend yourself, defend your honor.
Nigga, the
Some
stance is on your fucking bumper now.
as they should. Who the fuck don't know Britney Spears? You didn't do anything in the wrong. Why did you have to come out and lie and say I didn't even know who Britney Spears was? Just say I didn't know she was behind me. That's all you had to do.
hmm
Hey man, he's young. He's just not fully developed.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. I saw all them niggas on NBA Twitter, and I was just like, I'm not talking to none of you niggas. Y'all are 21. 20 at
Exactly.
best. You are fucking kids. And I promise you, if your security guard smacks anybody, you are culpable for it. You fucking idiot. That's like I don't like well he did what he was supposed to do. Yeah, well guess what? If my security guard does what they're supposed to do at a concert, right? And stop somebody from running on stage, but they break the fucking guy's leg, they are culpable.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't matter. Like I understand what you're saying, like, oh well, he did what he was supposed to do. Sure. Sure. Again, I think you're wrong, but let's go with what you're saying, right? Let's go with what you're saying. Yeah, he did what he was supposed to do. Yeah, but you still hit somebody, and then they hit themselves in the face. And you can sit up here, well, I didn't. You hit yourself. I hit you and hit your hand, which hit you. Dog, dog, be for real. Like, like, be for real.
Even if you
Like,
want to do the runaround and say, "Oh, well, your own hand hit your own face," we can just use math in this situation. You ever heard of transitive
yeah,
property?
transitive property. There we go. Get them out of
Whose
here.
hand hit your hand to hit me in the
Yeah,
face?
which led to the momentum being distributed to my hand because see,
We
my
can
hand
use
was
algebra. We
stationary.
can use physics. Let's go. We can
My,
talk.
my hand was moving forward towards Victor Wembanyama, right? So if you don't intervene, how does my hand hit me in the face? You understand? Like, do you get it?
That's force and momentum, baby. Let's get to understanding.
But let's see. We got the NBA free agency and shit. Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet went to the Rockets, the worst shooting tandem we've ever seen.
I
Dame
think we
Lillard.
talked about that last week. You got your Fred Fleet shit off, right?
Yeah, Dylan Brooks hadn't gotten signed yet. But
Oh yeah, we that happened like right after we ended.
yeah. Dame Lillard asked for a trade. He has still yet to go somewhere. Blazers
Do
are
you
talking
think
about they
though?
want
Did we
what?
mention this on stream
We
or
did, we
before?
did. But I mean, obviously, again, it's been a week, nothing has happened. But
Okay.
the Blazers came out today saying that they wanted 4 first-round picks and 2 high-quality talents, and it was just like when you are in a situation where a player demands a trade and it's only going to go to one team, and that's literally what he's saying, to the point to where his agent is calling all the other teams like, "Do not trade for my nigga because it'll get bad." Like, he literally calling all the other teams he heard was interested. Oh, 76 y'all interested? I'm telling y'all straight up, don't
Nah,
trade for this nigga. Because if you trade for him, I'm gonna tell him straight. Look, I'm gonna give him some options, and you might not like it. So when they're doing all of that, dog, it's like you're not getting that asking price. I understand though. I think I understand the game where you have to set the price ridiculously high because you're gonna
that's
get
how we
fleeced.
barter.
Because
Yeah.
and not just that, but it's like you're in a situation where your player wants out and everyone knows. So that's automatically ripe for getting fleeced because niggas are like, nigga, Dame wants to leave, and we all know he asked to leave. Like it ain't like you're just shopping him, seeing what you can get for him, but he want to be there. Nigga, he literally wants to get out of here, but he only wants to go play for one team.
I think
So
the Blazers now, like you said, they obviously they want to shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars.
right, literally,
But they have nothing without him, so they need to be thankful for whatever they get. Honestly, you talk
truthfully,
about niggas getting fleeced. This team right here is the most fleeceable team in basketball history because y'all have nothing.
their fleece ability is at an all time
You
high.
niggas need to get fleeced. Any team that don't give y'all dog shit, they got fleeced.
It's like if you don't fleece these niggas, you fleeced yourself.
Exactly. They have nothing. Who do the Blazers have?
Scoot Henderson and Shadon Sharp. That's literally it though.
I was about to say, okay,
And them
yeah,
niggas aren't gonna be good most likely for like 2-3 years.
yeah.
Like they're not gonna be where you need them to be. Not good because I think Scoot will probably be solid this first year. Shadon will be solid this year, but where these
What
guys need to be, it's not
what
gonna be for like another.
phase would you even say the Blazers are in right now? This isn't a rebuilding phase.
They're in
This
purgatory.
is, I was gonna say this is a nothing phase. This is a nothing
Yeah,
version.
because this is what happens. A lot of teams are afraid of the full blown rebuild. Like think about it. Think about the Thunder. The Thunder fully rebuilded, and it looked terrible. Niggas hated what they traded Chris Paul. Because remember, they had Russell Westbrook, they had fucking Carmelo Anthony and Paul George at one point.
Mm.
They went from them 3 niggas to just Shea and nobody else in them trillion billion fucking picks. And Lou Dort and shit. Like can Lou Dort, nigga. Like so the Thunder went for a full rebuild, got a million picks out of it. And at this point now, the Thunder look like they're in an amazing shape.
Yeah,
But the problem is nobody wants to take that 2-3
but
year span where it's just abysmal.
I don't understand how a team, specifically the Trailblazers, how do you not want to go through the rebuild phase where even when you had Dame, you only had Dame? Because you
Yeah,
traded CJ McCollum. How many seasons ago did they trade him?
I want to say at least 2 or 3.
So y'all left Dame there with nothing by himself. That's it, just nothing. So y'all wasn't you talking about being scared of rebuilding?
Yeah, right.
Y'all
Yeah,
have
you
literally
scared of
just been
winning too, bitch.
stagnant. Not y'all
Yeah.
haven't done anything.
Yo ass scared of rebuilding, scared of winning, scared of going all in. You just scared of moving. That's what it sounds
Like
like.
literally.
Yeah, and that was my biggest problem because it's like after you got rid of CJ, who was supposed to be the Batman or the Robin to his Batman, right? Which I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think CJ was that either, but it's fine. Once you get rid of that guy with not much in return, it's like, then what? Because to me, I can understand if you would have played one season of Dame by himself, then Dame gets injured, I believe, last season. But it's like, that's my whole thing. Like, this should have been, to me, this is a scenario where if this is what it's going to look like and you're not going to go all in with Dame here, you just get him out.
Yeah.
I'd have sat him down straight up. Like, look, bro, I know you don't want to run from the grind. We don't want your ass here no more. And it's not even personal. It's just that you
This is for
command a
your career growth.
yeah, well, this is for both of us. Let's keep it a bean. This is really for both of us. You command a certain price. I can get a lot back for you. And realistically, do you want to be here while we rebuild? No. And we not about to put a real team around you to compete and to contend because niggas was too scared to do that. Or maybe they wasn't too scared. Niggas just might not want to play in Portland, which is a whole nother bag. I don't know what that has to do with, but I think that happens a lot in these leagues, NFL, NBA. I'm sure even in the MLB or in the NHL, where niggas just might not want to play for certain front offices.
Mm-hmm.
because they've seen how y'all
I mean,
treat y'all
niggas
stars.
see how you do Dame. Why
Yeah, they
why
see
would
how
I
you
go
treat
pick
your stars. You won't surround your star with nothing. Like, think about it. Perfect example is, remember the Cavs the first time around when Brown was there. Brown was there for 7 years before the decision. And in 7 years, all the best players they gave him were washed up niggas. Were niggas who used to be nice, but were not that nice. Like washed up Shaq, washed up Antoine Jameson, Ilgauskas, who wasn't washed, but like he was a one-time all-star. Danielle Marshall, who for like one good season had a shooting streak where he was insane, but he was a shooter. That's it. He didn't do nothing else. So it's like, dog, you never surrounded Brown with winning talent, and he still took these niggas to the final. Like, but it's like at a certain point, as a player, Bron realized, dog, I'm tired of dragging fucking nobody to the finals or to the conference finals or to the semifinals or all this shit just to lose to a team that when I look across the court, it's fucking Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Pop. What the fuck am I playing by myself for?
literally.
I look over at him. It's Kobe, it's Pau Gasol. Maybe it ain't much after that, but at least he got a number two. Who I got? Boobie Gibson?
Don't say that name again.
I know y'all not talking about no goddamn boob, man. Some Eric Snow and shit. Old Eric Snow, not even nice Eric Snow. Well, I don't think there ever was a nice Eric Snow, but not even prime Eric Snow. Like, bro, come on, yo. Not even 13 points per game, Eric Snow. I'm talking 4 points a game, Eric Snow.
Yeah, 4. I was gonna say 6 or 7.
Dog,
Damn.
let me 2004 when Eric Snow was with the Cavaliers, 4 points per game, shooting 38% and 29% from three. That's Fred VanVleet.
Oh man.
That is Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet is light skinned though. We've been over this.
I know. That's the key difference, huh?
That is literally the difference.
That's the only difference for real. But that's my thing where it's like that's affects a lot of reasons why players don't want to go play for Portland, because it's like they just think y'all are just there to collect money. Because y'all don't actually, it don't even seem like y'all care about hooping for real.
Literally.
Like you can say what you want about what's that guy? Steve Ballmer, right? The white guy from the Clippers, or even Mark Cuban, the guy on the Mavs. Like we can say what we want about, like, remember, we screamed up and down, Luka don't got no help. Nobody's helping Luka. Luka should get out. They're da-da-da. And he got him Kyrie. Now I'm not saying that's enough, but at least that's a move, no? And that's a real move. Like
It's
that's not
a
a
fake move.
but that's not a fake move though. You get what I'm saying? That's not a fake move. Like, because washed up Shaq is a fake move. Washed up Antoine Jameson, who can give me 14 points per game. 14 points, brother. I need a number two guy. 14 points is either third, maybe fourth. That's not my number two guy. I don't have a number two guy. So I got to be 1 and 2 every game. It's like, dog, you niggas aren't really trying. And that's my thing. Mark Cuban, at the very least, he surrounded them. Think about it, the Clippers. Was the same shit. Clippers ain't had nobody. Then suddenly out of nowhere, they got Kawhi, they got PG. Westbrook played out and went crazy for y'all niggas. So it's like, at least this team is building something. They're like, these teams, look around the league, even teams like the Magic are building something. I'm not telling you it's going to work. I'm not telling you what they're going to build is will ever contend for a title. But when you look at Portland, what the fuck are they cooking? What have they been cooking for the last 5 years? Seriously. What have they been cooking?
Borscht.
He said borscht. Fucking Baba Ganoush. Like, what are y'all cooking? What are y'all cooking, man? Hey, look, I'll tell you what, man. Speaking of what are they cooking? What are they cooking, right? Let's talk about Spill. Let's talk about Threads real quick.
Okay, I wasn't sure where he was going with that.
Well, no, I would like to see what are they cooking. Because I've seen Threads. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be frank. I don't have any interest in getting on Threads. I understand the concept. Nice little concept. It's basically just Twitter, but Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's why I actually like Threads, because, and I think I said this I sent this to the group. I think if Twitter goes down, I think spreads would take off. But as it is right now, there's no reason to use it.
And I think every time Twitter slips, Threads will get a bump. 100%.
It'll get a new foothold, and some more people will join. Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely think that. And I think in due time, that would probably be what would bring me to Threads.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I always said, I'm like, look, bro, it's not that I love Twitter, because I don't, but it's just like I'm here now, and I know how to use it, and I'm well aware of the features and that. It's like, at this point, bro, please don't make me learn some new shit. I'm
That's
good.
the main reason why I like threads over spill.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I like it because it's familiar. It's basically just Twitter, like I said. But spill is I want to support it more because it's black owned, but it's a whole different thing. You got to learn a bunch of new shit. It's just different, and niggas don't like change.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Spill was created, yes, by former black folks from Twitter, but unfortunately, where was
You
this?
gonna
Where
say
was
it's not even black owned? Then what's the point? I don't
no,
care.
no, no, not what I was gonna
I
say.
was listening. I'm already giving up.
What I was gonna say is some of the black folks involved in owning it are the issue that people had a problem with. I wish I could find the one. There was a consulting group that they had. Let me
What do
see.
you mean? That's the issue that people were having with it. What do you mean?
Uh, so basically, there's people involved with Spill that folks felt like if these niggas are involved, I don't want anything to do with this platform. And hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
Are these like the worst niggas at Twitter?
I only recognize one of them.
You recognize are these people like
They're not
known
Twitter
Twitter
users.
have
No,
bad takes?
they're people. They're not Twitter users. Okay, so Spill currently employs fewer than 10 people. All right, let's start
Yeah,
from the
they
beginning.
made a whole app with only 10 people. That's kind of impressive.
Yeah, we're let's start before we even get there, right? So after losing his job at Twitter when Elon took over, right? There was a guy, Alfonso Terrell. Um, he was the former global head of social and editorial. So he wanted to build something. So he was like, all right, cool. So he started a new social media app named Spill and had already raised 2.75 million in the pre-seed round, right?
Hmm.
Um, since he revealed it in mid-December, it reached 60,000 handle reservations. Right. So as it stands, this article is from January of this year. Wow. Okay. Damn, that was 6 months ago. But anyway, 6 months ago, they currently employed fewer than 10 people and had three strategic advisors, right? Including a former Twitter design chief, Dantley Davis. Don't know who
Hmm.
this person is. I don't have no gripe with them. Oscar So White creator and DEI advocate April Rain and
Wait,
civil rights.
hashtag like the nigga that made the hashtag for Twitter?
Yeah, the woman who created the hashtag.
Oh, okay.
And
Impressive.
civil rights activist D. Ray McKesson.
D-Ray's involved?
You know who D. Ray is,
I know
correct?
who D-Ray is. That's why I'm saying
Yes.
D-Ray's.
Planet of the
You
Apes, Blue
can't
Vest
see
D.
my
Ray.
face, but it's got some contempt on it. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Planet
but
of the Apes, Blue. He's never gonna live that down. That
he
is
never will. He absolutely never
wow.
will. But so when people saw those two names, I don't know who April Rain is. I actually don't. I'm not unfamiliar with that woman entirely. But when people saw those two names, I know D Ray. I know the bullshit D Ray tends to come with. So
Yeah.
I got that. I understood half of that part. I don't know April Rain. I didn't ever looked into her background. But when a lot of people mentioned, if these are your strategic advisors, I'm gonna head out. I'm finna head out. Um, and don't get me wrong. What I will say is that the app is very black. Like they try to they use a lot of black queer language. And I think the issue ends up being though, just like almost all these companies, that will work until you get a big enough platform to where you can pivot. And that's what's probably
Oh
gonna
yeah.
happen. And then that's gonna
1000%.
be the issue where people are gonna be like, okay. Okay, okay. So, they've been leaning a lot into like meme culture, black culture, things like that, black queer culture specifically. Because again, this whole spill, tea, sipping, and all of
Yeah.
that shit, nigga, that is not black, straight black men. I promise you that.
Oh,
Um,
I'd be spilling.
okay, all right, talk about it.
Go off, King. Well, I mean, even Moneybag Yo, that nigga got all the Twitter terms
Nah,
down.
Moneybag Yo be talking sassy as crazy. Like he be
Yeah.
sassy as hell.
It's
You
the
could tell
whatever for
you
me.
could, yeah, you could tell he stay around women. Say he be talking fast. Nigga say he talk like a hairdresser. That shit had me crying.
He be spending too much time. Who is Ari's hairdresser? The famous dude.
Arrogant Tay, is that his name?
He be spending too much time around him. I mean, if he with his girl and she's with him, I mean, he gonna pick up on the lingo.
I think it is. I hate that I know these names. See, look, I gotta stop talking to my girlfriend so much for real. We got to spend some
I
time
was
apart. Why do I
I
know these
wasn't
niggas?
even going. I just I wasn't gonna bring up the fact that you knew the name.
Nah, it's cool. Like, just understand that you made me spend less time with my girl. It was your fault.
Huh?
He
I
said,
don't.
huh,
I,
huh.
I think there
But
might
yeah,
have been some other
so
factors.
so we'll see what happens, man. But Spill, I'm like, I mean, Spill is all right. I think the interface is, oh god, the UI is unbelievably ugly. They need to do something with that. But
Yeah, that's the
I don't
main
know.
thing. That's the main reason. This looks like early Tumblr.
It do, and I mean that derogatorily. Like,
Yeah, bad,
yeah,
bad.
bad.
it's it's you can tell that this was I was gonna say crowdfunding, but it wasn't crowdfunding. They got investments. But it's like you said, only 10 people worked on this. So it's impressive that they can put together a working app with only 10 people. So I'm not gonna shit on them for anything.
Well, that article was from January, so
True. So they might
that
have a
was
whole
6
squad now.
months ago. So they might have 25, 30. But I mean, granted, it might be 10 niggas working at Twitter still. Like, we don't know. We don't actually know.
I will say I do like when somebody posts a picture or a video, I like how it has the text
Text over it, yeah.
over it. That is a feature that I like as
I do
opposed to
wish they let you like resize it and move it and do that. But I
yeah,
think again, with if you got a small dev team, so
small
it's
density.
small dev team,
They also
so
need
only
to
so
make it
much
so
you
that
could do.
you can download images or videos
Yeah,
from there.
yeah, yeah. I feel like
Maybe
that's a feature where you can definitely cook Twitter because like being able to
Mhm.
download a GIF or take a GIF like and yeah, because Twitter pisses me. I'm like, bro, Twitter, just let me save GIFs, please. I beg of you.
You gotta go to Safari and you gotta go to the web version of Twitter and you
Like,
gotta
bro,
do
niggas
all
like
this
you
and
should go in
that.
the web version, you'll be fine. I'm like, bro, I'm not
Who
going
uses
on the
the
web
web
version of.
version when there's an app?
I'm open fucking Safari and then go to Twitter, bro. You niggas are stupid.
I might as well just go and Google such and such GIF and then just download it from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. But alas.
Another reason I don't think before we get off this topic, I don't think Threads is gonna last because um, Threads has the same community guidelines that IG has. So it'll never be the lawless wasteland that Twitter is. No ass, no squirt
Mm-hmm.
videos, no public threats.
No public threads.
It's not the same app, sadly. Need my
Yeah,
public threats.
yeah. I mean, look, I'll tell you that, and I've noticed that with a lot of these platforms, and that's we talked about it last week, but like between the kicks, the rumbles, that's kind of that bag that they're trying to fuck with, and it's like, bro, no one can last in that bag for real, because it's not profitable to necessarily do all of that. Like, it's profitable in one end, but it's unprofitable in the other end, like because it's like for example, do you know why OnlyFans doesn't have an app?
Probably because there's different standards that go into an app that you
To
have to
be on the
follow.
app store, right? Exactly. So if I want to be on Apple's app store, there's certain shit I gotta adhere to, all this, and there's cuts that they take. So I think for OnlyFans, they kind of just came to the conclusion, like my nigga, well, first, because realistically speaking, as much niggas are on OnlyFans, there should be an OnlyFans app, but there's not going to be because they're like, nigga, I'm not breaking nobody's shit off with a. I'm not breaking none of y'all off. I'm good off of that.
It's actually smart on their part, honestly.
Yeah. Let's see. And I'm screaming now. What is OnlyFans and why is it so dangerous? What website is this?
Why is it so dangerous? Niggas wasn't doing all this with Connect Pal. Real ones know about Connect Pal. These Gen Zs, they don't know about Connect
Oh
Pal.
god, I don't even want to look up Connect Pal.
You don't know about Connect Pal?
No.
It's what the OnlyFans women were doing before OnlyFans and before Snapchat. Connect Pal was
Oh,
before
I
Snapchat.
I did see this briefly. I don't remember niggas on this shit, but okay, yeah. I remember this vaguely.
This is from like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, I was about to say this seems like blog era type shit.
Yeah, it was. It was.
All right, cool. So, well, look, I'll tell you what. Speaking of blog era, apparently there is a Donald Glover and Drake tiff. I wouldn't even call it a beef because it's not no beef. It's a little bit of a
I
tiff,
saw this, but I didn't look into it in the slightest.
I don't. So here's my thing. I think fans are just running with whatever they want to run with because Drake did a show. And during his show, obviously you saw like he had the little hologram of that little Dominican boy that's supposed to be Drake on stage with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, that is not you. We saw what you look like. This little Dominican nigga just wants to go play baseball right now. This is not you, Drake. Like, you can't fool us, brother. You were
We've
not that tan.
seen you.
Yeah, we watched you. There was a show you were on, nigga. Like, but
Now, when he was on Degrassi, he was a teen. This was a adolescence, a young boy.
even younger, I'm supposed to think you was Tanner.
Well, I mean, that was before. That was when he was visiting his. That was the summer. You know, when he was visiting his dad in
In
Tennessee.
Memphis and shit,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
man,
gotcha.
he was in Canada full time when he was on Degrassi. Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
But anyway, so a lot of people are pretending like this is a real beef, mostly because Drake had a show. And during the show, he has like you know how like what do you call those things at the bottom of the screen on CNN? There's like a weird name for them.
You know, I just saw
Chirons.
recently
Chirons.
Chirons, yeah, because they were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the Joe Biden dictator Chiron.
Yeah. They're called chirons. And so there's basically he has like a stage with like 3 of those at the bottom of the stage, and you can see them as they go by. And so one of them is talking about "This Is America," the song Donald Glover had some years ago.
Mhm.
And he's basically saying this song was overrated and over awarded, and it was originally a Drake diss.
I didn't know it was originally a Drake diss.
Well, that's the one part none of us would know about, right? Like everybody saw that and was like, but how? Like, what was the Drake diss? Like, because I'm thinking of the actual content of it. I don't. Okay.
Because he's from Canada.
Listen.
That's
I don't
it.
know. I don't know.
That's
Maybe there was
the
another
only-
version.
He came up with that entire song, you know, talking about being black in America, niggas getting shot by the police, all because Drake is from Canada. The
I'm
whole
screaming
song.
all the slander. Like, so it's not that it was a diss. He just dissed you like when he came up with it. Like,
The fact that he mentioned America when he knew you was from Canada.
well, but what I saw mentioned though was somebody mentioned how maybe it's like he's trying to like do Drake's flows, Drake's fading.
Hold on. When you say something like maybe he's trying to, then you're already grasping at straws.
No, I mean this is all grasping at straws because it's like we have to, because think about it. The first thing we have to say is, why does Drake then come out of nowhere and say this song is overrated, over awarded, and was originally a diss at me? Now, granted, we can only grasp at one part of the sentence because the first 2 statements were true. This was overrated and over awarded. I agree with that.
I'll say overrated. I don't think it was overrated. I liked the song when it came out.
No, I didn't mind the song when it came out. The song was treated like it was fucking social commentary on the likes we have never seen, and there wasn't shit in it that was really that deep at all.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, when you put it like that, yeah.
Whether it was the video or whether like, and that's the thing. This song was played in people's schools. Do you understand?
Are you serious? Niggas
Yeah,
are taking it
people
like
played
that?
this. Yeah, bro. Some of these white people, they thought
Oh,
this shit was revolutionary. That's what we're getting at when we say overrated.
okay. Well, yeah.
What are you talking about? Niggas just heard the song. I was like, oh, it's a cool little bop.
Exactly. That's what I thought it was. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's spitting. Okay. And then I listened to it, but I never put niggas will listen to this in
Bro,
schools.
can you imagine your history teacher playing?
No, I can't. No, don't even finish. No, I can't imagine. What?
He said, nigga, what's the curriculum? No, nigga, no.
No.
Right. But so anyway, so I don't know why Drake says this, makes this comment, mentions this. Again, maybe it was originally a Drake diss. Maybe he was trying to take his flow on the song or something. I don't know. But my whole point that I thought was hilarious, because then it created this whole Gambino versus Drake fan beef, where again, not a real one, but a fan beef where it's like the fans are arguing, well, show Gambino does this and Drake do that and da da da. And I was like, bro, please let's not genuinely and truly have this argument, because I'm going to say things that will hurt y'all feelings, brother. That nigga child, and please don't. Let's not. And I don't even mind Donald Glover that much, but not too fucking much, bro. Please, not
I
too
would
much.
say not too fucking because he got some weird shit going on. There's some weird stuff there.
And
But I
yeah,
like him enough to give him a pass. But we can all don't.
well, I'm not gonna give it like it's like I don't need to give him a pass because he didn't even say nothing himself. It's just his fans. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
but
he
it's
said
just
some
like,
weird stuff about dating Asian women. Remember?
oh yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know you would. Yeah. No, he said a lot of weird shit like that.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Remember he wore a diaper for that interview and interviewed himself and still managed to bring up
No. What the fuck? No.
wait, was it a diaper? Or am I thinking about the baby?
Bro, if that I'm tired. Donald
He did an
Glover
interview.
diaper scene.
So I know he
Oh, it's
did
from the
a weird
show.
interview where he so taking ATL aside, he did an interview where he interviewed himself. You heard about that, right?
You said what? Yeah, interviewed himself. Yeah.
I don't know where I got the diaper from.
No, that was from a TV show. It's from an episode of Atlanta.
I don't know how I mixed together his show and his interview where he interviewed himself, but
Yeah, she was extracting urine from her baby daughter's used diaper in order to cheat on a drug test at an elementary school where she works as a teacher. God damn, what a sentence.
hey man, what has to be done has to be done, honestly.
Okay, but anyway, wait, so I don't even know if that was really it. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. No, he was. Yeah, there he is in a diaper with
Oh,
angel
I
wings,
knew it. Yeah, okay, so I'm not crazy. Yeah, I knew it. Well, it's not a diaper. It's like a sumo. It looks like a
a
sumo
jock
thing.
strap or some shit. Yeah.
It's like a sumo diaper with angel wings and show. I knew I wasn't fucking insane. I knew it.
This is a fever dream that you just described. Like
I
I don't know
knew
why.
it.
I don't
I
know why this
knew
is
it.
real, but
Make this the cover of the
oh
fucking
god,
podcast.
yo,
This
please, man.
I knew, or put it in general. Yeah, I knew, I knew I wasn't fucking losing my mind. I knew I
Yeah.
saw what I
I'm
saw.
so sorry. The shit you described sounded like a fever dream, and I'm just like, why am I looking at this? Why does this exist? Why is
I
this a thing?
Donald Glover wearing I'm not even saying a diaper. This is like a jock strap or the shit the sumo wrestlers wear so they can grab the back and like throw niggas.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
he's wearing football pads, angel wings, and he's on crutches. With like some 1970s style socks.
Hmm.
Um, just so everybody at home can get a picture of this, get
And
an
some
image in their head.
football. And it's what the place he looks like. It looks like he is on the
It's
grass.
outside of
Like,
Taco Bell.
yeah, this is a drive-through. I was about to say
It's a Taco Bell specifically. Taco
this
Bell.
is certainly a drive-through. How do you? I won't ask. I won't even ask. I will not fucking ask. Like, how do Nope, nope. You've already done enough.
You've done irreparable damage to my psyche already just for seeing this. So
But
leave
the
it
shit
alone.
that killed me was there were people having serious arguments about Drake versus Gambino, like music wise, and I was just like, bro, I'm not willing to do this. I really am not, because listen,
Like him or not, Drake is literally one of the most influential artists of all time in history. Even if you don't like him as a person, I don't like him as a person.
yeah,
I don't think Drake's a very good person, but
hmm
I'm not gonna sit here and compare Drake to Childish Gambino. I used to like Childish Gambino a lot. Like I used to listen to what was that album Campfire back in
Camp,
like
yeah,
senior year of
yeah,
high school. I
hmm
used to listen to that. I would still listen to any Drake album ever out of like if we're putting Drake against Childish Gambino, I'm taking Drake 19 out of 10 times.
yeah. And that's what I was saying, because I remember somebody was talking about albums, and I was just like, bro, let me tell you something. Childish Gambino has what? Camp, Because of the Internet, and Awaken My Love. He's got a few other like EPs, like 8-song, 10-song EPs. I'm not counting those because they're fucking EPs.
Yeah.
So like, if you all you got is 8 songs, you definitely are gonna lose to Drake. But if you got 3 albums, of them 3 albums, I'm sorry, Camp probably beats not a single Drake album, in my opinion.
And Camp is to me his best album. To me.
And I would argue Because the Internet's probably his best, and it might be a few Drake albums, one or two. I can't. I would have to struggle to find. Listen, I might.
It's gonna be you know what it'll be probably what was the Drake album that came out when we were in high school? Mixtape Drizzy? Not even an album.
So
This is
Far Gone. Please don't say So Far Gone.
no, it's not being so far gone.
Yeah,
This
not
is
Thank Me
before
Later
that.
neither.
No. This is before. This is like sophomore year of high school.
Oh, you might be talking like what, like Comeback Season or some shit. Like that's a mixtape though. But
Well, I mean, we got to put something up against Gambino that he can beat.
yeah, right. We can't just
We can't just let Drake slaughter him like that.
like, but bro, I'm looking at it like I'm like, dog. Between Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, Thank Me Later, More Life, So Far Gone, bro. Which of those albums does Childish Gambino beat? Please tell me. Please tell me. And I ain't even get to the albums which I think are in like the bottom tier, which I still think win. Like, and that's the part that blew mine. Like, I was like, listen, I get it. I understand. Don't ever make me ride for Drake. Cause like you said, I don't
Understand.
necessarily like this nigga as a person.
Yeah,
I
no.
just understand Drake's ability to make songs. And when y'all have these arguments about niggas making better songs than Drake, y'all have to come with it. That's the only thing I ask. Come with it. Come with it, nigga. Do not come here with some bullshit. Do not come here with a nigga making songs about liking Asian girls, bro. Please do not do that. Do not do that. Nigga doing cowabunga lines and shit, bro. Come on, yo. He rhyming cowabunga with now I hunger. Like, don't fucking play with me, bro.
Listen, I am the opposite of a Drake fan. I would say I'm a Drake hater. I might be one of the only niggas on earth that actively dislikes Drake,
He said
but
on
still
Earth.
on earth, the only nigga on earth. I can't stand this nigga.
The last
But
nigga on Earth. Rated PG-13.
Drake is a weirdo. Why was he texting Millie Bobby Brown when she was in
Talk
Stranger
about it.
Things?
Talk about it. They don't want to talk about this.
This
See?
nigga's a strange individual, but he makes music. He makes good music. Childish Gambino also makes good music, just not to this caliber. Like
Damn,
I'm looking at Drake's, I'm looking at his track list. So far gone, banger. Thank me later, banger. Take care, banger. Nothing was the same, banger. If you're reading this, it's too late, banger. What is on to be a lot, banger. Views, okay. More life, good. Scorpion, okay. Care package, that's whatever. That was a bunch of garbage songs that he put together
nah, they
for.
wasn't garbage because Care Package is still packing you up.
Not garbage like bad, but I mean a bunch of songs that he didn't put on albums. Like he just picked them out and put them together.
Throwaways and shit, yeah.
Dark Lane demo. Okay.
You might beat that. You might beat that. You might beat that.
You might be certified lover boy. Whatever.
You lose to that one. I don't even like that album that much, but there's a
But
lot
you
on
still
there.
lose to it. Honestly, never mind. Good. Her loss. Good. I don't see. Like I said, the only thing on here that I think he might be able to beat is Dark Lane demo tapes. Because his whole discography.
Yeah, and it's like, dog, can you imagine
Crazy.
the only thing you can beat out of this nigga discography is a mixtape compilation of songs released on SoundCloud or leaked?
That's sad.
The only thing you can beat is the nigga warm up. This is his album warm up.
You can't even beat the songs that he didn't want to put on albums, so he just put a collage together and made Care Package. He named it Care Package. Here's a bundle of shit that I was not going to release. Go get it right here.
He was just in his room. Here goes some chapstick. Here's some lotion. I think I got some sunscreen. Oh, this one open, but fuck it, they'll use it.
4
Like
p.m. in Calabasas beats like 70% of Donald Glover's discography. That one song.
Talk about it. 4 p.m. Calabasas Club Paradise, nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas had the nerve to talk about the R&B bag, like with Donald Glover. First off, I like Donald Glover, like funk, R&B, soul Donald Glover more than any of that other shit. I don't want to hear that nigga rap again. I'm here to tell y'all that camp shit can die for good.
I don't need to hear it now, but when I was in high school,
for sure. I didn't care for it back then, and as time passed, it only got worse to me. But my whole thing is, I'm fine with Gambino making the R&B because I think like that funk, the instrumentation, that's his best bag. It makes good music when he does it. It makes good music. But my problem is, it's like, dog, you are going against a nigga with like 9 albums, and realistically speaking, none of these albums stink. And that's just the problem. You're not battling the niggas that you think you were like. Again, if you were battling some B tier niggas who got an album where they took off, a couple albums where it's just after these 5,
Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, look, after these 6 songs, I mean, it get a little dry. Dog, you don't have like the problem with
even
that.
If we go back to Drake, even the albums that's not like bangers, not even albums that's mid.
Yeah,
there's still some songs on the albums that I would say are better than whole Gambino album.
Yeah, like bro, because like I can go to Views, right? I don't think Views is an amazing album from Drake. I can pick 8 songs off of this bitch and place them against your 8, and I promise you it's a problem.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna put Controller up against a lot of shit you got, and you will lose. I'm gonna put Western Road Flows up against a lot of shit you got, and you will lose.
Actually, I like that album more than most people do. I will say that. A lot of people don't like Views. Like even now, I'm looking at my Spotify. I have out of this whole album 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I mean, it's
7,
18
8.
songs. That's plenty of music.
It's 18 songs. Out of that 18, and people say this is one of Drake's worst albums. I have 10 songs downloaded in a playlist right now.
And that sounds just about right. Because that's about as many songs on here that
Yeah.
I really like. There's still songs on here I can listen to. I just don't love them like that. Like, I'm not coming back to hear some of the shit. Like 9. I'm not coming back to hear and listen to 9. I like 9. I don't mind 9.
Yo, it's crazy. 9 is one of my favorite songs of this album.
It's a tough beat, but I just hated his verses on this. Like, that's all it
yeah.
came down to. Like, I love the beat, love the song. His verses just stunk to me.
You
But
know,
again,
it's weird. I will listen to that whole song just to hear him say, turn the 6 upside down. It's a 9 now at the end of the song. I don't know why. I just really like that.
he said, keys, they go jangling. I want
I don't know. That's my song. I don't know why.
Bro, I was so sorry. That shit mad corny, but it's still not as corny as Donald Glover shit. That's what I keep getting at. Like,
Oh, man.
and not to mention that Awaken My Love album. Y'all got to be honest about that album. Let's talk about it. Sonically, there's some good sounds on that album. Name 3 good songs on that album. I swear to God. Name 3 good songs. You got Redbone, of course. Of course you have Redbone. Then
You want
what?
to know something sad? I just went to Childish Gambino on Spotify, and you know how it shows you the songs that you have liked and downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
I have one song liked by Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
What you know? What song it is?
It's Redbone.
This is America.
You said what?
This is America.
Oh, I'm fucking crying. Don't catch you slipping up.
That is the only song I have liked by Childish Gambino. I do like Redbone, but for some reason I just don't. Maybe it's because this is a new phone. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I feel like it should still carry over my downloads from previous Spotify's, but I'll give it a pass.
But that's the thing that killed me because it's like, dog, I'm sorry. I listened to Awaken My Love because I love to hear this from Donald Glover. I went through it. It's 8, 11 songs on there, buddy. 3 of these bitches can stay. I swear to you.
Mm-hmm.
Stand Tall, Redbone, and then take your pick at the 3rd. I don't really care. I don't actually give a shit. Yeah, go ahead. I don't even give a fuck. I'm not gonna listen to the 3rd one because I only like those 2 songs.
Did you know that he just came out with a soundtrack for the show Swarm on Amazon?
I didn't know that.
I'm looking at his discography right now. He came out with an EP for Swarm March 17th. It's 6 songs.
Nice. Royalty.
Did he have something? Did he
That was a
write?
mixtape. I like this. This is a mixtape I did like. Royalty by Donald Glover. That was what Unnecessary with Schoolboy Q. Black Faces with Nipsey.
Yeah.
He had shit with Bun B, Ghostface, Donald Brown, or Danny Brown.
This is a long time ago though. This is old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 2012. This is 2012. This was what I liked because I was like, even though he still was a little corny, but like I was like, you know what? He still got some shit though. He got some shit for real on this bitch.
And he also fucking with some real niggas on this. Bun B.
Yeah, Bun B, Nipsey, Absol, Schoolboy Q, fucking
You said Danny Brown?
Danny Brown, RZA, Ghostface.
Oh yeah, he's in his rap bag right now. And you're not talking about Asian women now.
And the wildest part is he had a song with Beck still on there. He had a song with Kilo Kish on here. He had a song with Danielle Haim of these are the women of Haim, right? Like there's a group called Haim. I think this is the same group, right?
I don't know.
The lead guitarist and vocalist of the rock group Haim. Yep. And I love Haim. I like Haim. So you had a lot of shit on here. Like, but that's my whole thing. Like, I was just like, please don't. I hate when y'all do comparisons for artists like this, especially with this. Like, bro, leave Drake out of all these combos for real.
And also,
Because,
y'all,
like,
the fans are the ones doing this. The artists,
yeah, it is.
going
It's like y'all setting
the fans.
Gambino up. Y'all setting his ass up, bro. Like, because it's like, bro, I'm so sorry, dog. I can take any. I could put Drake's discog on shuffle. The first 16 songs that come up, I'm gonna throw them into an album and place them next to real albums. Not just from Gambino, from other artists. And I promise you will realize just how deep the bag is. Like, that's the part that niggas forget. Like, because it's like, well, what happens when I do real R&B? Can Drake do? Bro, Drake might not be a super amazing R&B artist. I'll tell you what, he got at least 5 or 6 R&B songs he can put up there with you. If you want to go straight bar for bar, rap, rapidy rap, he has one of those per album. So we good. So it's like,
Don't
what?
forget, Meek Mill, one of the, supposedly a real serious lyrical rapper, lost a beef to
He lost the
Drake.
beat to him. Yeah, I mean, mind you, I mean, now granted, Drake did lose the Common, but he also
He
opted
also
out of that
lost to
one.
Pusha T, but
Well, yeah, he also
what's
lost to
Pusha
Pusha
T?
T. Because that's what somebody had me dying. They was like, Drake only beef with artists better than him, and I was like, Drake hasn't beefed with a single artist better than him.
Who says that? I thought it would be the opposite. Drake only beef with artists that are not as good as him, like Kid
And that's
Cudi.
what it
He
is.
beefed
Like,
with like I said, Meek Mill. He lost to Pusha. He didn't respond to
mhm,
Common. So
that's a loss to me. If a
yeah,
nigga get at
exactly.
you,
So
you don't want to respond. That's a loss.
who are the people saying he only beef with artists better than him and then beat them? Like you think Meek Mill is better than Drake and Drake pulled an underdog upset and beat
But
him?
even if I'm only beefing with niggas better than me, quite a few of them niggas I lost to. Like
Mhm.
the moment Pusha T said the shit he said, and you wanted to take it off
It was
rap,
over.
you lost. You lost. Once you immediately start talking to your man's like, yo, how can we get at this nigga for real? Fuck a bar, fuck a song. How can we get at this nigga? Like place hands on him. Like
And
once
also,
you start talking that,
I feel like we talked about this before, but Drake was so mad
mhm,
when Pusha T brought up not even just his illegitimate son. Fuck all that. I don't care about the little nigga. When Pusha T brought up his man's 40 with muscular dystrophy, he
mhm.
was saying that's too far and why did you take it there? Wasn't Drake talking about Kid Cudi being on suicide watch in a mental institution? How was talking about a nigga with MS too far?
Not to mention, again, if we are beefing, we are at war, and
Thank you.
please
Like,
tell
listen
me
to
what
No
it was.
Vaseline. You
Yeah,
talking about too far?
yeah. Not to mention, Pusha T really didn't like you. Like, it's not. It's one thing if this is rap beef, and I take it that far, right? But I really don't like you. I actually don't like you. I literally do
you,
not like you.
you know why Pusha T don't like Drake? I
Well, I
actually
don't
don't know
know,
what they
but
was beefing about.
but think about it. The Exodus that was like 20. What year was that? That was at like 4 years before the real beef blew up. So I made it very clear to you 4 years before we got into it. I want smoke, and if it get there, I'm torching your shit. And then you keep pushing and prodding because you know that's what Drake do. Drake like to do that sub shit. I'm a sub you. I'm gonna diss you on the low,
Yeah, he
and
be
his
subbing
fans
up.
don't know. Niggas don't be knowing. But then when I respond, I look like the thirsty guy that want Drake attention, or I look like the thirsty guy that want to get popping and get hot off of Drake. And it's like, dog. Well, if he's throwing the subs, then I'm gonna respond. Joe Budden did the same shit. Niggas did the same thing with Joe Budden. Said, nigga, you just want to remain relevant. Well, then why does he get to sub me and I can't respond directly to a sub I know is at me?
Because we too dumb that we didn't know the sub was to you. We just
Yeah,
knew he was
yeah, you're
talking
right.
about somebody.
Like, bro, that could have been anybody. So then why was it me? Like, it's like, no, it was actually me, nigga. Like, that's who he was getting at. But yeah, let me think. Let me think. We don't got too much on here left. We could talk about Final Fantasy, I guess. The Hazing scandal and get the hell up out of here if you want.
Yeah, yeah. Final Fantasy won't be that long since you haven't played it.
Nah, you bugging, yo. In my dreams, I'm like level. They got levels in it.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Continue.
I'm
I
a
was gonna
level.
let you get it off.
What's the cap? You know what the cap is? Because I'm not that far from the cap for real.
I don't. There's New Game Plus, so I don't even think there is a cap, honestly.
Hmm.
See, you
All
learned
right.
something new. You didn't know it was New Game Plus,
Yeah, I
right?
ain't even know. Shit. Nah, I was on level 99 on my first playthrough. Oh, for the
All right.
game's first delay through, Clive's level cap is 50. Damn, they just cooking.
Damn. I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was a level cap because I haven't played. I think I'm like level 27 so far. Um, but I am thoroughly enjoying the game. Um, I don't think that this is a game that you will like because
Really?
I know you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you'll like the gameplay, but when I tell you this game has so many fucking cutscenes and so much dialogue, it's almost unbelievable.
Well, it is
Like
a Final Fantasy game.
that's literally
That
what I was
do
about to say. It's a modern Final Fantasy game, and you know Final Fantasy games always have a lot of dialogue and they have a lot of cinematics, and they let you see everything. But the game tricks you since it's more modern. It looks like a normal RPG because it's not turn based. You just walk around and fight and shit. But it's every town you go to, every side quest you do, every mission you do it's either a cutscene or a bunch of dialogue you need to skip. And I know how you and Reed feel about cutscenes, so I know. Well, I mean, maybe that won't even hinder your enjoyment of the game because, like I said, the gameplay is fun. You're gonna skip the cutscenes anyway, so maybe you won't give a fuck. It's annoying to me because I actually pay attention to the story,
Yeah, so
so I
now you're
actually
stuck
sit
reading,
there
you're stuck
and
watching.
listen to. I don't even have to read, thankfully, since it's in English, so I can just watch the cutscene. But literally, like almost after, if you're just walking around in the wild, it's like Pokemon. You're just fighting whatever enemies pop up. You just kill them, boom, boom, bam, you're done. But when you're on the main story quest or you're doing side quests, almost every dungeon that you go into or every other fight that you go through, it's a cutscene to pop up. Niggas talking. Oh, well, the Imperial Guard was here because this, and that. Oh, the Black Shield is here to kill the branded. Oh, this, and that. Every action you take has a cutscene and has some type of dialogue. And also say, I'm glad that there's no black people in this game. I know some people are up in arms because there's no black people in this
I've
game.
heard that sentiment expressed
Nigga,
many times.
I know why there are no black people in this game.
Nigga said, Square Enix, thank you. I appreciate
Yo,
it.
they be talking fucking crazy in this game. Oh my god. Niggas, I made a tweet earlier today that said if a nigga called me a branded and talk down to me one more time, I'm gonna air this whole realm out. Because they be okay, so I'm not sure how it works in Final Fantasy because I haven't played one since X2. So that was like back in like 2008. So it's been decades since I played. I'm not sure if I think they're all, none of them are connected. I think they're all like, in their own little universes or whatever. But in this Final Fantasy, not everybody has magic. Most people have to use crystals to use magic. So anybody born with magic or born with a I don't know what you call it. So the big monsters from old Final Fantasy games, like Ifrit or the Phoenix or the Lightning niggas. There's some niggas that are born dominants who can control the power of those icons. And then there's some niggas that are born that just can use magic without crystals. So instead of lauding these people as like, powerful beings that can help us out, they treat these niggas like lower class citizens. They treat they literally, if they find out that you can use magic abilities, they brand you and make you a slave, and you're called branded. If you are able to use the power of an icon as a dominant, then they recruit you to an army, and your whole job is just to go out and kill a bunch of people with your icon power. So
Icon
no,
spelled like E.
EIKAEN or something crazy like that, right? Yeah. Not
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
Def Jam icons. Like I so like this
Gotcha, like,
this whole game, you're going through it because you're playing as Clive is a person that can use magic. He doesn't know that he's a dominant until later on in the game. But you're born into a royal family. Your father is a king. Your kingdom gets toppled. You get sold into slavery. And since you can use magic, they put the brand on you, and you're fighting in wars, just killing niggas with magic. So the entire game, you're just going through, you're getting filthy branded. Where's your master? Don't talk to me. Ew, you bearers of the curse. Oh, you branded. Like the whole game is just, if it was one nigga in this game, if it was one black nigga in this
yeah,
game,
single one,
just,
it would have been,
just
yeah.
it would have been curtains. So it 1,000% makes no niggas should be in this game because they be talking crazy. It gets to a point where the racism is, I wouldn't even say it's cartoonish because it's not even over the top. It's like what we doing right now. It's like it's there. This is what we doing right now, obviously. So it's not even like cartoonishly over the top. It's just the only difference is you can't. Well, I was about to say you can't drag a nigga into the street and end them, but police be doing that. But a normal citizen can't do that. Well, normal citizens can do that, but they usually don't get away.
Well, the brand
Okay,
is
it's like today. It's like today.
so it's kind of like the world.
America. It's yeah. But no, overall, the gameplay, like I said, is really good. It's it's a mixture of Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy.
Hmm.
There's a big emphasis on combos and juggling enemies in the air,
Yeah, I
like
was
Devil May
looking at
Cry.
a list of like combos and shit, and I was like,
Yeah, it
oh,
gets
they dead
deep.
ass serious.
No,
Yeah, like
they
press
get
the whole square now triangle now 2 seconds you
mhm,
want to use it. I'm
they
like,
get to it. And your main character is some chosen one, so he isn't just a dominant for one icon. He can actually use multiple powers. So far I've gotten fire, wind, and lightning, but I'm pretty sure there's more that you can get because I've seen other abilities that I don't have yet. There's one that literally looks like a stand power where you just push a button and like 1,000 fists come out like fucking Star Platinum.
hmm
So I'm looking for that right now. So you can use all these powers and you can combine them into combos along with your sword. Because you can use a sword, knock it into the air, use one ability like shooting a nigga in the air with fire, switch to lightning, bring a lightning strike down on a nigga, and then you switch over to I guess whatever the stand power is, just hit a nigga with 1,000 fists, aura or muda this nigga to death. It's crazy. The combat is top notch. I'm really a fan of the combat.
okay.
Um,
Listen, I seen the videos. That shit did look a little swaggy. I was like, oh, this combat a little saucy. Dare I
yeah,
say?
it's not your father's Final
Not your
Fantasy.
father's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's different. Like I said, if you should play it. Just skip all the cutscenes because you don't care about the story anyway. You will enjoy it a lot more than I have. Like if I like all the wait time. Like if I go to it right now because I'm on my PlayStation right now. If I go to it, I have 11 hours in the game. Out of that 11 hours, I'll probably say about 3 of that is just watching cutscenes. So right now, because of how long it's taking me to get through the game, I rate it a 7.5. If you just breeze through this shit and skip all the cutscenes, you'll probably rate the shit a 9 based off the combat and how, because it's fun when you're actually playing, but it's just it takes so long to slug through the story because of all the cutscenes, honestly.
Not for me, pal.
Yeah, exactly. You probably play it and you'll probably finish before me if you skip all the cutscenes, honestly. And I think you'll like it. It's fun. Like I said, you're looking at the combos now. If you like Devil May Cry, you'll like Final Fantasy 16. Um, and I played Devil May Cry 5 on PS4 and PS5, so I got really good at the combos. So I'm getting good at these combos here. I just, it's so many cutscenes to get through. Oh my god.
All right, well, I'll try it out. I'll see what's up with it. What would you give it? Like, what's your early review out of 10? What you giving it so far? 10 hours in.
Remember,
Is it
I said 7.5 because it's taking so long to get through the story, but if it was just this combat all the way through, I'll give it a 8.7.
okay? So we saying basically someone like an 8, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a
okay,
good game.
type shit. All right, that makes sense. It makes sense. All right, well, I guess that leaves one thing left, right?
Yeah, the thing that I know nothing about because you just saw it before we started.
Yeah, and I probably should have got this out of the way earlier so we could have something less serious to end on.
It's
But
like
it's
that.
well, I mean, it's not like super. Well, it's yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
To
Okay.
put it simply, yeah. Like, listen, I'll give you the trigger warning they put on the story.
They
This
put a
story
trigger
contains
warning on this. Oh,
mentions of hazing, essay, and suicide ideation.
Jesus.
So, let's see.
It's
So
not the
there was
Jalen Green video, is it?
no, no. So this is about Northwestern football. So Northwestern, I don't know if you've ever heard of the team, Northwestern University. It's a university in Illinois, I believe. Evanston, something like that. Evanston.
That's definitely a
Yeah,
place.
Evanston, Illinois. Bro, the shit I know because I play NCAA is ridiculous. It's in Evanston, Illinois. And it's a university. Their colors are purple. Their team's the Wildcats. But anyway, uh, they have a football team, and then there was a former football player who came out and basically was a whistleblower, right? For some allegations of hazing conduct that took place on the team, right? So the player, who asked to remain anonymous, said much of the hazing that took place centered around a practice called running, which was used to punish team
Okay.
members, primarily freshmen, for mistakes made on the field and in practice. Now, boy. Okay, let's just get through the sentence, right? All right, do this paragraph. If a player was selected for running, the player who spoke to the Daily said, the Daily being the newspaper that's running this article,
Right.
but the player said they would be restrained by a group of 8 to 10 upperclassmen dressed in various purge-like masks, who would then begin dry humping the victim in a dark locker room. Now,
So this is the Jalen Green situation, but
but
more
worse.
worse. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So after receiving these reports, of course, the university hired an outside law firm to lead the investigation, and Northwestern University announced Friday, which was literally what, yesterday? That the whistleblower's claims were, quote, largely supported by evidence.
So they did that shit.
Basically, that's basically what the university is
That's
saying.
all it
Like,
is now. Yeah.
we started asking some questions and
So what are they
ah.
gonna do about that?
Well, hold on. Unfortunately, I'm not done with the accusations yet.
Like, there's more.
There's much more. So the school released their statement. Our first priority is to support and protect students. That's why the university immediately opened it. Yeah, you already know that shit. So can I read the article? Is there a paywall on this? Let's see. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, no paywall. Let's cool. So obviously the running practice is something I just mentioned. And it's a shocking experience to see. Oh god, I don't even want to read that sentence. That's insane.
Oh man.
It's just no, it's the same thing they just described. It's just the way it's written is like vile. Like
Oh, they
it's
just
like
want
it's a
to
shocking
somebody did
experience
that.
as a freshman to see your fellow freshman teammates get ran. But
Oh,
then I'm like, oh my
oh, okay.
god,
All right.
bro, to get ran, come on.
They know what they was doing.
Uh, right, yeah. So, hold on. According to the former player, team members allegedly identified players for running by clapping their hands above their heads around that player. The practice, the player said, was known within the team as the Shrek clap. This is what I mean when I say like we were gonna be serious, but this was going to get a little humorous as we went.
What are y'all
Why
on?
are y'all using the sex the Shrek clap, the Shrek clap, not to be confused with the sex clap, but the Shrek clap to then signify, yeah, no, this guy's ripe for sex abuse. Come on, over here, yeah, this guy right here.
Like,
Da-da-da.
this is almost as bad as the Cosby Room.
But what? Yeah, sure. Oh no, how did I miss this?
Oh no, it gets
It's,
worse.
I
Does it get?
said the
Oh,
Daily obtained images of whiteboards labeled "Runs Giving" and Shrek's List, containing a list of players, names indicating players that the player said needed to be ran. The tradition, hate that word, was especially common during training camp and around Thanksgiving and Christmas,
I don't.
which he said the team called Runs Giving and Runsmas. According to the player who spoke with the Daily, Fitzgerald repeatedly made the signal, the Shrek clap, during practices when players, specifically freshmen, made a mistake. The player believes some players interpreted Fitzgerald making these signals as knowingly encouraging it. And so everyone would look at each other and be like, yo, Fitz knows about it, da da da, because you wouldn't do that otherwise. So
Right.
of course, because he's the head coach, now they're definitely going along with it.
Oh
Um,
no.
but yeah, so basically, again, the university said that while current and former players varied on their perspective and intensity of the conduct, the whistleblower's claims were, quote, largely supported by evidence. Um, yeah, and it said participation in or knowledge of these activities was, quote, widespread across Northwestern football players. They declined to comment on specific details beyond that. But That was it. So then, after the investigation concluded, they placed Fitzgerald on unpaid suspension for 2 weeks.
That's that. You don't think he's gonna come back with a vengeance?
Oh wait, this gets even worse.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it?
Not the Gatorade Shake Challenge. Oh god.
No, I didn't even like the name. I
Yeah,
don't like the
bro. I don't
name.
even. Some of
The
these shits is
Gatorade
sick.
Shake Challenge. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Unfortunately, there's one before that, but they have one called the. They have other hazing traditions in which freshmen were forced to strip naked and perform various acts, including bear crawling, slingshotting themselves across the floor with exercise bands, and more. That's insane. In a once-a-year tradition dubbed the car wash, this is not going to end good. The player said that some players would stand naked at the entrance to the showers and spin around, forcing those entering the showers to rub up against bare naked men. Upon entering the showers, the player alleged that the player set up a hose they connected to the shower to spray people. Hold on. The player also alleged he witnessed and was forced to participate in what he called a naked center quarterback exchange, wherein a freshman quarterback was forced to take an under center snap from a freshman center while both players were naked. The player said that on one instance, another player was very vocally adamant about not wanting to participate in this exchange. Older players threatened to run him if he refused, and there was no other option, according to the player. He was,
You
yeah,
gonna basically sexually harass a nigga,
yeah,
and
that's
if he
more than
refuses,
it's more than
you gonna
harass.
sexually
Sexually
harass.
harassing it. Yeah, like
What are y'all on, bro? Come, what is
literally, literally, like yo, you got two options. It's the same option, nigga.
you get gently harassed or you get harshly harassed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so obviously these acts all qualify under the university's definition of sexual violations, including misconduct, assault, exploitation, stalking, dating or domestic violence, and harassment. The Gatorade Shake Challenge. Thank God this is just a normal hazing fucking activity. This is just simply drink Gatorade shakes as many as you can in 10 minutes.
Okay,
Again,
okay.
regular
Kudos to
sickness.
y'all being normal.
Yeah, regular sick haze shit. Like, cause niggas used to always do that shit. Like, remember back in the day, we used to hear them alcohol stories
Hmm.
of they would get niggas unbelievably smacked in 5 minutes, and then nigga will wander outside, fall off a ledge or something, and just
And then
like,
perish.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
so yeah, okay, thank God we've gotten through all the
terrible shit.
yeah, no, just all the at these, so they had biannual meetings, the hazing policies and no tolerance. After the meeting, the player alleged upperclassmen would make threats to freshmen, saying that if anyone snitched, then Shrek would get you. Like, this is so
Who
bad,
is
yo.
Shrek?
It's the Shrek clap, remember, yo? They gonna get you. Yeah, so yeah, Northwestern, you some sick ass white boys in Evanston. I'll tell you that much.
So like, if they found substantial evidence, was there anything done other than the coach being laid off for what'd you say,
Coach
2 weeks?
got suspended for 2 weeks yesterday. So I
Oh,
basically
that was just. Oh, okay.
they're saying they can't prove that he
He knew it
he
was wrong.
knew, but they did determine that there are significant opportunities for coaches to discover and report it. Which I mean, duh, yeah,
Fair, yeah.
yeah. And it said the team will permanently stop training camp practices at a camp where the hazing may have started, which I think is so stupid because you going to training camp is not the issue. It's you niggas shrekking each other. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about? Like, the location is not at fault, my nigga. Like, like what the fuck,
I want to know how this ritual even started.
bro? One thing I will tell you is men in a locker room are some of the gayest niggas you will ever meet.
Oh no, I know. I've been in a lot of locker rooms in my life.
Like that one. So like the homoeroticism of football players in a locker room is insane. But yeah,
That,
no, it's bad.
that actually, I don't know what niggas are. You know what it is? I don't know. Damn, I just contradicted myself like 4 times right there. I said, you know what it is? I don't know. Well, I don't know, but hey, you know what it is. But I was thinking about that Jalen Green video and how everybody was, going quick to judge that video, right?
Hmm.
Everybody was saying he was gay and whatnot and this and that. And it made me think, I mean, when we were in high school, niggas was doing gay shit. But
Mm-hmm.
It's all in intent. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, niggas was doing shit like that, like where he was pounding that nigga, but they were fully clothed.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever really thought anything was weird about it. That's just what niggas was doing, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a lot of that. You saw a lot of that type of shit.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, so
this whole Northwestern situation, this is taking it way too far. This is insane.
yeah, so what they essentially ended up doing was the measures they took was no more preseason practices off campus at that place, which again I already talked about how stupid that is, and then a new
Like such
football
a
locker room monitor who doesn't report to Fitzgerald or the school or his staff. But I'm like, but if he still reports to the school, it's the same shit. If this guy doesn't independently come from the government or from some other place, if he reports to the university in any way, like not reports to, but like if he's hired by the university,
yeah.
and you're basically telling me, well, he's independent of the football program, nigga. The football program powers the university. What the fuck are you talking? Like, I'm not stupid, dog. I know how football works in college. Like,
Nigga,
nigga,
yeah.
niggas use football to fund their whole school, like, or fund the program itself. So, like, the football program is autonomous,
That's why
and
players don't get paid because the
eh,
football, yeah.
and they're in lockstep with the universities because the AD, the athletic director, is in bed with the rest of the school administrators. Like, come on, bro. So, if this person still reports to the school, I think this is useless.
Anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like I mean, I think they should report out to the school, but I don't think they should be reporting to the school. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But yeah, no, this is nuts. Like niggas get real suspect in them fucking locker rooms, boy. I tell you.
It's
So
evolution.
I'm like, not y'all finding weird excuses to just rub your meat on a nigga walking into a locker room, like
Oh man, no, it's definitely sick for sure. Definitely sick.
million
Uh,
percent.
man, I don't,
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to be perfectly frank with you. I don't got nothing else.
I don't either, man. This is just wicked world we live in, man. Just
Yeah. Scoot Henderson had a good he had a good summer league debut. That was cool.
so did Tony Snell.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. In the pot.
Oh, Kason Wallace was going crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
Is
well
that
look, folks. What?
no? I was gonna make a joke about is that Ben Wallace's child, but it was in bad taste.
Listen, as old as we are, nigga, these niggas could be.
Yeah, he said that's why I said it was
Like
in
these
bad
niggas
taste.
really
I
could be,
don't want to
honestly.
feel old. I don't
His
want to feel old.
his cousin is NBA champion Terrell Harris. I don't even know who that is, boy.
Well, NBA champion, so we're still close. He was still in the NBA.
That's true.
Uh,
His cousin's Terrell Harris. Where was he?
wait, who? I was talking about the dude. You said last name Wallace.
Oh, he won a ring in 2012. Oh, he was on the Heat.
2012.
He was on the Heat's final roster that year they won a chip.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, good job.
He
Nice
wasn't
one.
even really a part of that, but like he was there. I would love to win a ring on a team and not do nothing. That would be cool.
He was literally in the G League. Like he wasn't even on the team. He made their final roster, but like didn't even really play for them.
Do you even get a trophy if you're in the G League on a team?
You get a ring. Like he was called up and he made the Heat's final roster in December.
So he was like at the bottom of the depth chart, but he was still on the team technically.
Yeah. So in January he played a game against the Atlanta
Oh,
Hawks. On April 6th, he played a game against the Grizzlies, had a career high 10 points. I'm not even trying to shit on him. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was it. So he was on their roster. So
Okay.
after the season ended, they didn't extend a qualifying offer to him. He was re-signed by the Heat. The Heat waived him a year later, and from there, he played on a lot of G League teams, and most recently, as of 2015, he played for an Israeli team. So he had a nice little 6-7 year run.
You would think as a NBA champion, he could probably get a bag going overseas playing with nobodies.
I mean, yeah, I would think so. I would think so.
I would hope so. I'm hoping for the best for him.
Yeah, I think the one I'm looking, the one season he was there with the I don't know who
Oh,
these niggas are.
oh
Yeah.
man, sorry. I know we're wrapping up, and this is gonna be quick. I didn't put this on the list because I forgot about it, but I binged Vinland Saga,
Mm,
the anime.
the anime. I heard it was good. I heard the second season was
Boy,
really good actually.
boy, boy,
What is
boy,
it even
boy, boy.
about?
Vinland Saga is about a this is back in Viking times, Norsemen. You follow Thorfinn, son of Thor's. They live
Mm-hmm.
in Iceland. Thor's was a great Viking, maybe the strongest Viking that ever lived. Um, he got his wife pregnant. They had a child, and he decided that he no longer wanted to be a warrior, and he decided to leave the life behind. So they go to Iceland, and they start this village. 6 years later, we follow Thorfinn, and
Mm-hmm.
he's living his life in his village. He's doing whatever, and then this person comes to the village and says that Thor's is either going to go to war and take up his old arms like he did before, or the entire village will be wiped out.
Mm. Okay.
So he decides to go to arms. He sets out to sea with a few men, and his plan is to leave all these men at the port, and he goes off by himself because he doesn't want any of these innocent people from his village to die. And so they go to this port, and it turns out that it's an ambush, and
Mm-hmm.
these people are all here to kill Thor's because as a Yoms Viking, you can't stop. You're like, there's no retreating, there's no leaving. So he has a death sentence on his head. So
Mm.
they put a hit out to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He gets here, and the leader of the enemy ship is he's there. He sends a bunch of niggas at him to test him. He sends like 20, 30 niggas over there. Thor's knocks all these niggas out, gets rid of all of them, and then him and Askeladd, that's the enemy pirate that they're going
Mm-hmm.
against. They talk and they decide to have a duel. Thor says, "If you let all my niggas go, I'll if I beat you, you let all my niggas go. If you kill me, then you get all my niggas." Thor's beats this nigga, doesn't kill him. He just beat the nigga just off his strength alone. So he Askeladd agrees to let everybody go, but he won't let Thor's go because he was paid by the nigga that went to go see Thor's. His name is Floki. He was paid.
Loki.
This is back in old times. I mean, think about it. Look at the names: Floki,
Yeah.
Thor's, Thorfinn, the main character.
Mm.
So basically, he since Floki paid them, they let everybody go, but they kill Thor's. Obviously he couldn't kill himself because he couldn't beat him, but he had niggas up in mountains shoot arrows down on him. Thor's didn't know that his son Thorfinn was stowed away on a ship because he wanted to go see an adventure with his father.
Oh
And
wait,
so
some of
he,
these niggas is real.
yeah, this, oh yeah,
Fucking
this whole series.
Swain Forkbeard. I was like, surely you're not a real nigga. No, he is.
King Swain is in the story. He's one of the main characters. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, look at the names: Floki, Thorfinn, Thorkel, or Thorkel, however you pronounce it. Thorkel. There's a nigga in the series named
Thorkel.
Thorkel the
Thorkel the
Giant.
Tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's nigga. Oh man, this shit gets crazy. I can't. I can talk an hour about this. I'm not gonna talk about it for the whole time. But like
Mm.
Thorkel the Tall is in this shit. Basically, Thorfinn, he sees his father dies. He blames Askeladd because Askeladd, decided to bring the arrows down on him. So, um, Askeladd and all the other niggas, they take the ship that Thor's came on, while all the niggas that Thor's spared, he had them spare him. They went back to Iceland. But Thorfinn didn't go back with the niggas to Iceland back to his family. He followed the niggas that killed his father because he wanted to kill them. And so he came out the ship, he announced himself, and he had this whole display. I'm not even going to disgrace the anime by trying to describe it because it was beautiful. But long story short, he follows these niggas for years, like 15 years. Literally, just he becomes a part of their group just because he keeps challenging this nigga Askeladd to a duel because he won't dishonor his father by, killing him in his sleep or killing him in the middle of battle. He wants to beat him one-on-one in a duel like his father fought him one-on-one. So he just keeps following this group for 15 years, getting stronger until he's strong enough to kill him. And season 2, people say season 2 is the best is because Thorfinn finally gets peace. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because like I said, I could talk about this for hours. It's so good, man. It's so good.
Here it was a real tough show. Like I was seeing that from niggas, but you already know, especially when it comes to anime, I don't even buy into that because I'm like, you niggas suck dick on anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Well,
like, so I don't
yeah.
even know. Like it's a whole show about fucking firefighters and y'all be sucking dick. Say no. These niggas just got water hoses and shit. Say that.
No, but if you gonna take it for anybody, take it for me because like I said, I binged this shit for like 3 days straight. I wasn't even getting online. You didn't see me on Diablo or nothing. This is all I watched this shit from the morning I woke up to the moment I went to bed. I watched it for 3 days straight, both seasons. It's all on Netflix. First season is dubbed. First half of the second season is dubbed. So you don't even gotta really pay attention that much. Just listen to it. Until second half of the second season. That's when it hasn't been dubbed yet. So you gotta watch it and actually read it. So yeah.
Is this manga old? Oh, it's from
Yeah.
'05. Okay.
Yeah, it's been going on for a minute. The anime started in 2019, and because of COVID, it was put on hiatus. So the second season just came out this year. So this is
Yeah.
another manga that's old and it's just now getting done. The manga is actually still going on, and I like the anime so much. I decided to read the manga and keep going with it.
Yeah, I'm looking
So
at some visuals from the actual anime. It should look pretty good. Although I
yeah,
know that's not a problem. Like I don't, the visuals is not because I know y'all. Every anime I've seen lately, the visuals be insane. It just be
mhm.
like, do I care about the story?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
And
that's like
this
the
is the
baseline
story.
at this point.
I think this is a story that you can actually get behind. I think you'll actually like Thorfinn and his journey.
Okay.
The shit is crazy.
All right. Well, shit. Look, I might. Hey, look. I'm watching Silo now. I'm about to be done with that first season soon, though. So I might pick this up.
I think you'll like this story because you couldn't really get behind the story of Demon Slayer. I think you'll get behind the story of this.
I also
That's,
know I gave Demon Slayer like 8 episodes. I didn't give it much time for real.
I mean, to be fair, 8 episodes. 8 episodes isn't a lot if it's a longer anime like One Piece. One Piece, you got to give it like 20 or 25 episodes to get really drawn in. But if it's a smaller anime, 8 episodes should be enough if it's only like 25 episodes, right?
Yeah. Wait, is it only 25 episodes?
No, the first season. When we first started watching, it was only
Oh, right,
25
yeah.
episodes. Now it's like 3 seasons. It's like it's more than that. But like, when did you first start watching it? Because when me and Reef started watching, it was 2020, like when the shit was going on.
I don't think it
So it
was
was,
2020. I think it might have been when season 2 came out, like when the second drop came out.
yeah. It's like
So 8 out of what, like 50 or 40 episodes?
I feel like eight. It depends on the show. One Piece for some people it takes a lot to draw them in, but I feel like if you're not drawn in by episode 8 in Demon Slayer, it might not be for you. Because I feel like I was drawn in enough by the first few episodes, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, and I definitely think it
I,
definitely matters.
how long did it take you to get drawn into JoJo?
I would have to do an episode by episode breakdown for real. Because I'm trying to think. I'm looking at
And
season one. Let me look at the
was
episode.
it the actual show that drew you in, or was it knowing what JoJo would become? Like, were you waiting for stands, or were you actually enjoying the vampire shit in season 1 and season 2?
I think it was. Obviously, I knew I was waiting for stands, but it was about episode 5. I'm looking at it now when they fought with Dio and they
Okay.
fought all them evil summons and all of that shit. I was just like, oh, okay. And it kept getting pretty interesting from that point. And yeah, that was the whole thing. Like, so I feel like,
Yeah, like I said, some episode, I mean, not episodes, some anime, you just know within a few episodes. One Piece been going on for 1,000 episodes, so obviously episode 25, it's a big investment. But episode 8, I feel like that's enough. If you would know if you don't like it or not.
yeah, maybe so. Like, but that's like shows like that. Like, I think I'll probably start Bleach, and I know it's supposed to be slow at some times, but like knowing what it's gonna get to,
Hmm.
it's like, all right,
I'll say,
I can
I
tough some
don't.
of that shit out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really give a fuck about Demon Slayer. Like I liked it and I finished the manga, but I'm not going. It's not one of them shows where like you gotta push through it. Like I would tell niggas to push through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I would tell niggas to push through Bleach. You gotta push through Bleach because that shit is gas for sure. And the new season just started today actually, so you gotta push through it.
Oh yeah, nigga, I remember my man's back in the day used to love Bleach, like literally to the point to where like I'd never watched Bleach, but I would just know random niggas' names from. I was like, oh yeah, something Kusanagi
Same.
and all of this other shit, and I'm just like, how
Say
do you know these niggas?
I don't know
I'm
why, but
like,
I never got into Bleach as a kid. Like I never got into it. I don't know why. I just started it last year. I
yeah.
Man. And I'm glad I got into it last year because the final saga, the Thousand Year Blood War, just started this year. So this is the perfect time to get into Bleach. So I didn't miss it out. I didn't miss out on anything. So
Oh, my start watching Lupin the Third.
start watching Jujutsu Kaisen because that new season just came out.
Also, yeah, that one too. Um, yeah. So I got a lot of work on my hands, you know.
Yeah, we all do. I gotta watch Succession. I gotta watch Dave. I gotta watch The Bear. I gotta
Have you watched
watch
any of Dave?
not yet because I was binging Vinland Saga.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of Little Dicky, but the show is pretty entertaining. So
I've seen clips and the clips have made me want to watch. I actually like Lil Dicky as a rapper. Like I like a few of the
yeah, I mean,
songs.
yeah,
They're
if you
pretty
don't have
funny.
any reservations about him, then you should enjoy it. Like,
Why don't you like him?
well, no, it wasn't even that I don't like. It was just when you're like stunningly neutral on someone. Like, I don't know
Oh,
enough about Little Dicky.
stunningly neutral
No,
is a
no,
hilarious thing to
I
say.
just don't know anything about Little Dicky other than the fact that your fucking name's Little Dicky. Like, that's all I know.
So you
So
haven't
it's
heard none
like,
of his songs. You know
no, not a
nothing.
single one. I know he has a song with
Oh,
Chris Brown where they switch bodies or something. Like that's literally the extent of this nigga's musical career that I
he
know.
also
I've
has a
heard him.
song with Snoop Dogg, which is that's how I got
Wouldn't
introduced
know.
to him, and I just went down the
Wouldn't
rabbit
know.
hole. Yeah.
He did do a freestyle on I think it was Sway where he was cooking while also doing mad weird shit in the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
But it was just like so I didn't have any real takes on him. So it's like watching a whole show where he's the centerpiece and I don't even I know nothing about this guy. It was like, all right, let's
Yeah.
see. Like, let's
What's the
see.
point?
Like,
Yeah.
but again, if you already like him, then I mean, you're already a step ahead of where I was.
And I think the only reason that he even has a show is because he is a comedic rapper. He's like the Lonely Island. You know the niggas that used to make
Mm-hmm.
jokes on Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live with "I'm on a boat" T-Pain.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's one of those types of
Yeah.
rappers. So in today's day and age, that's a commodity. So now they gave him a comedy show. And it seems like it's based on his life because there's rappers in the show with him, and he's like in the studio in the show. So
Yeah, I think so.
stunningly neutral is going to stick in my head. That is such a hilarious way to phrase not knowing a person or
You said
barely
what?
knowing it. Stunningly neutral. That is
Yeah,
like
it's
that's
just
such a
like
funny way to like either not know a person or not know anything about a person.
But, like, I'll say that before, like, where something's, like, overwhelmingly boring, like, or it's, like,
Yeah.
astonishingly ordinary, like, you're like
Astonishingly ordinary.
but it literally will be like, "Dog," like, I've heard like, for example, like, if you hear a random guy rapping on SoundCloud, it's likely astonishingly ordinary, like, it's someone
It could
rapping,
be worse.
like you
It
heard a
could
bunch
be
of other
bad.
people rap, and you're like, "Wow, this is as ordinary as you could possibly be rapping." Like, it's like, it is bad, it's not saying that it isn't bad, but it's like, it'd be like, "Wow, this has nothing really." It's just
I
like
see why
even
you're on SoundCloud.
like even rappers that I think are C tier rappers, this would be ordinary to them. Like,
This is like a Smoke Perp song.
one last thing, we can get up out of here. I'm sure you've seen this whole thing with this white ukulele girl, and all of that.
Yes. Because I've been following a lot of YouTube white. I don't know why, but lately, for like the last year, I've been following a lot of white YouTuber drama. It's been thrilling. I like it.
I'm I just didn't know who this woman even was.
I didn't either until like a month ago. And she put out this. Yeah, no, you can get into it though. Let the people know. Colleen Ballinger, whatever her name is.
Yeah, like,
Something
but
weird.
that part killed me because I'm just like, dog, what in the world are y'all
She's a
like?
crack smoker.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Who is this woman that y'all are why were y'all watching this?" Like, I think it's like, well,
It was
everybody was
she
watching
was
it.
a
I was
no,
I
not
don't
this she was a children's entertainer. And that's why she's in hot water because she was doing inappropriate shit with minors. No adult was watching this bitch sing with a ukulele and make tired ass jokes. She was entertaining for
oh,
children.
well, yeah,
Who
yeah, you're probably right.
what adults was talking about
No,
her?
I'm
Come
not
on.
saying, like, nothing, like, I don't know them, nigga. I hope not. I better
I
not
mean,
know.
yeah, you better not, but
I
she
better not know 'em,
she
nigga.
got a whole Netflix series actually. I just learned that today actually. She has like she's one of those people that has like an alter ego and like makes children's content. I don't know what her alter ego was called. You can probably if you type in calling Ballinger, whatever her name is, you can probably find her alter ego. But
Oh, yeah. I didn't know anything about this woman, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, she's got a blackface Beyonce performance and a ukulele apology for grooming. Like, yeah,
I
why do I know about like, please stop introducing me to these people.
so I didn't know about the blackface thing. I only knew about the ukulele performance for the grooming thing. Of course, why wouldn't a YouTube white woman have a blackface performance of Beyonce?
It's a
So
rite of
Sarah,
passage at this point.
yeah, Sarah Silverman paved the way for them.
Oh, she's another one. I still see niggas try to vouch for her. I'm like, brother,
Why?
I would throw a
Who?
frying pan from the 8th floor if I seen her walking on the street. And I make sure
She-
I would duct tape 20 pounds of sugar to the inside of
You gonna hit her with the Tom and Jerry? She gonna get one of those super tall knots on the top of her head that goes up 3 stories.
it. I'm like, bro, y'all crazy. I'm throwing a cast iron joint, the good one too.
It always irks me whenever I see Sarah Silverman say anything about race relations, and then anytime she does, in the replies, it's just nothing but her in blackface. Like, sit this one out. You should know. Like, these people are so unaware. They have no self awareness.
I think these people genuinely like they're allowed to get away with this because quite often there's too many people. Like no one has self awareness, and it's like as long as they let you slide, they let you slide.
But it's the difference is when she did this. I guess it's because it was back in like 20. It was 2007, 2006. So niggas wasn't really getting shit off back then.
Oh yeah, especially that era. You already know that era, nigga. Racism. You could do anything in that era.
Yeah. I mean, look at Dave Chappelle. That nigga was going nuclear with his shit.
Fuck that. That's what I'm saying. Fuck Dave Chappelle, nigga. The white folks were going insane
Oh yeah.
during that era.
Who was that white nigga that was literally on before Dave Chappelle? Dave Attell. That show was
Oh,
amazing.
wait. You talking about what's his name?
Dave Attell.
Dave Attell. I don't know who that is.
That just goes
Let me look.
American comedian. That
Dave
just goes to show
Attell.
you.
Oh, I'm looking this guy up. I don't know who this is.
He had a show. literally on
Oh,
before the Chappelle
Insomniac. I
show.
remember this show. Yeah. Okay,
It
I
was
remember.
literally on right before the Chappelle show.
Yeah, he used to go crazy. Actually, I do remember this guy.
Yeah, white niggas back in the day, it was a heyday for white comedians back in the
They were
early
having a blast.
2000s.
That's why I know they so sick now because some of them been out the sport for a minute, come back like, damn, we can't even. Nope.
I can't even get my racism off. And then they do the what's her name, the ambient bitch tour.
What?
The ambient bitch, the bitch that was on ambient and saying racist shit.
Oh Lord.
Roseanne
Uh,
Barr.
was it
Yeah,
her
yeah, it was
or
Roseanne
was
Barr.
it
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell?
Nah, don't do Rosie like that.
I
America's
don't.
favorite
I actually
lesbian.
don't know. I actually don't know. Is Rosie O'Donnell problematic? I don't know. I thought she
No,
was.
Roseanne Barr.
Okay, I'm
We
sorry.
talked about her before on the pod, I
No,
think.
I know we talked about Roseanne. I thought I did. I thought maybe both of them was like that. I didn't know.
Wait, Roseanne Barr is 70? Why is this old bitch going on
All
stage
right,
right
all right.
now?
Hey, let's. All right, folks. It's time for us to head up out
Why is
here.
there a 70-year-old quote unquote comedian? I'm doing the finger quotes. Why are people listening to this? I mean, because he's spewing the same anti-woke cancel culture bullshit that they like, but who wants to listen to a nigga born in 1952 make jokes?
Nobody. Probably other niggas born in 1958.
Yeah,
Okay. Last question. We'll get up out of here. Who wins in a versus Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars?
come on, man. We can't do this. We
Who you think?
cannot do
Give your
this.
honest answer. We can get up out of here right after that.
If I do my honest answer, I'm gonna get canceled.
Oh, brother. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say Bruno Mars.
I'm gonna
Easy.
say, I'm gonna
I
say,
think Justin
well,
Timberlake can put up a strong fight on that front eight, but that back 12 boy.
so you know what? It might just be lack of listening on my part because I probably haven't listened to that much Bruno Mars. So
Yeah,
like
he got.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna count Silk Sonic because that's a group.
Well, I mean,
Um.
they do be playing those in verses, but like that's kind of thing. Like
Oh
it's
well,
because if you do that, then the problem is you take away NSYNC or Backstreet. I don't remember which one he was fucking in. I don't care either
no,
because
because no. If you, I'm looking at it right now. The only Bruno Mars album that I care about outside of Silk Sonic is 24 Karat Magic. He put out all the little pop shit before that. I'll catch a grenade for you. He put out all that shit before. Unorthodox Jukebox, Doo Wops, and Hooligans. I don't care about either of these.
are you talking about albums, brother? I'm not. I like that's your problem. And verses is not based off an album; it's based off the songs.
Well, no, I'm not just talking about verses because before we were talking about Childish Gambino and Drake, we were talking about albums.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. If you want to do albums, I mean, then that might be a whole different thing. Although I'm sure, I don't know. I don't listen to Bruno
When you're
Mars.
talking about like verses like the IG thing.
Yeah, like literally verses, like song for song. If we talking song for song, I'm like, bro, who keep it a buck. You really gonna have to go to that Drake tier to fuck with Bruno Mars for real, because he has too many of those shits.
Yeah, no, song for song, Bruno Mars wins
Way too many.
handily,
Way
easily,
too many of those.
easily. I thought we were talking about albums.
Yeah, no, I mean, you might have an argument there because I don't even know his albums like that. I know 24 Karat Magic. That album is crazy. There's a lot
Yeah,
on.
no, that's
Yeah,
the only album I actually like for Bruno Mars. But all the features and everything he's been on,
yeah.
his shit stacks up. So if we're going versus like IG, Bruno Mars wins easily, low to no diff.
Low
If we're
dip.
going if we're going albums, then Justin Timberlake wins.
I mean, maybe so, because I don't even know what Justin's albums are for real, for real. Like, I know he's got the 2020 experience or some shit. Is that one of them?
Yeah,
He's got
2020
Future Sex Love
Experience.
Sounds. That one was crazy.
That
Um,
was that was 2006. Justified. Um,
get it because his name's Justin. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't want to get it, but now I'm forced to. I would forcibly have got it.
Um, it's been gotten forcibly.
God, forcibly. But no, yeah. What made you even think of that?
Oh, somebody asked it on Twitter. And what did this person say? Oh yeah, and they said JT's absolutely beating Bruno in the verses. Let's be for real. And boy, are they getting ratio.
Oh yeah, of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Yeah, no.
Because I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry. Justin Timberlake is not winning in a song for song versus with Bruno fucking Mars. You guys do not know Bruno Mars's work, yo. Y'all must not.
So in
Single?
the verses, is it just songs that they have like sung on, or songs that they wrote? Because this
It's
nigga's
technically
wrote
anything.
in more
It's
songs
technically
than
anything.
doesn't. If it's songs the nigga
Yeah.
wrote, then Bruno Mars has wrote more songs better than JT has in his
Yeah.
career.
But that's what I say. Like when I say it's everything, because it's like literally because I've seen people go to verses, do songs they produced. I've seen people go to the verses, do songs that they're features on. I've seen
Production
people.
isn't fair because then that would mean DJ Khaled is a better artist than Method Man.
Well, yeah, verses wise, it probably would mean that. We know that's not the truth,
But that's
but
what I'm saying. That's why you can't use producer because DJ Khaled is literally a producer.
oh yeah. But that's the problem. That's why DJ Khaled would have to do a producer versus. That's why they only put producers against other producers. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they'll take DJ Khaled and put him up next to Jermaine Dupri because it's like, well, now y'all got to figure it out.
Who do you
Because
think win between DJ Drama and DJ Khaled?
DJ Drama. I think
I
DJ
think
Khaled's
I
got a
think there's a
bunch.
war. I think there's a war to be had here.
I just think my problem with DJ Khaled's is once we get to the more recent joints, I don't think I think he believes he cooks easily like from 2016
Yeah.
onwards.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's the
But
exact opposite.
DJ Drama's work previously overshadows the work.
Because I think if you take in the I'm So Hood era from like 2007, 2006 upwards to like 2015 or 2014 maybe, DJ Khaled's cooking shit. But those big ass collab albums DJ Khaled drops, they have gotten progressively worse in like the last
Oh yeah, for
four of
sure.
them. Like 2013. Let's look at the 2013 at the top.
DJ Drama did the Dedication 3. That might solo
Mm-hmm.
70% of DJ Drama's catalog.
Like I'm looking at
Dedication 3 with Lil Wayne.
I'm looking at the Khaled album from 2013, and this shit is already looking bad.
Wait, is I'm on one with Drake on and Lil Wayne on 2013?
That's 2013 is suffering from success. So um he's not on there. No.
What
Uh
album is I'm on one on?
I'm thinking We the Best Forever, 2011. That
Okay.
album had Welcome to My Hood.
Well, like you said, it gets progressively worse. What's on
Yeah,
2013?
2013 is when I was that's I'm still going. Hold on. No New Friends. Dog, that's virtually it. I'm gonna be real with you. There's more songs on here.
Well,
But
like you said, it gets progressively worse because I'm looking at Khaled, and the only song I give a fuck about on here is Every Chance I Get with Lil Durk and Lil Baby.
yeah.
Maybe we going crazy with her and Migos, but
But that's what I'm saying. Even Major Key 2016. So that's what I mean when I say like Cal's gonna have a lot of the old joints, but the problem is Drama got old joints too, and he has new joints too, because he has new Tyler, he has new I Swear Vezo. He niggas like I
yeah,
Swear
that new
Vezo. I'm like, bro,
Tyler.
listen, names are not going to win you a versus, okay? Because if you play a Future, I took the top of the Maybach, and you think that's beating songs that DJ Drum has, you're gonna lose. You will
Also,
lose.
DJ Drama produced Ain't No Way Around It by Future. He produced right back with Jeezy, Young Thug. Nigga,
Shoulder lean. Like, come on now.
I didn't know Drama produced Shoulder Lean.
Oh shit! Like this, is what I'm saying. Like,
This is a sick Negro in not derogatory, good way, compliment.
like
He
he
got
even
shit coming in
yeah.
2023.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, niggas are swayed by radio hits. So niggas, even though the proof is in the pudding, niggas will still say that DJ Khaled beats DJ Drama.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. But that's just look. We there. We all know. We see it. So that's
Uzi was an artist under Drama at one point. So whatever
mhm.
Uzi was putting out under Drama while he was under him
Talk about it.
That goes to drama.
Talk about it. And he had a remember he had a Gangsta Grills with J. Cole.
Yeah,
Like, I'm sorry, bro. Gangsta Grills with Icewear, Vezo, Tyler, J. Cole, and Lil Wayne. I can take those four, and I'm probably beating Khaled.
ain't no problem. Demolishing, bulldozing.
Like, and then the worst part is, don't make me dig any deeper in that bag. I'll pull out shoulder lean if you want to go back to '06. It's okay.
Turkish.
We can do that.
Oh man. All right, last one, and we got here. We keep saying that, but it's the thought is on our mind, so we're gonna keep going. But this is gonna be a difficult one. I want you to really think about it. Really think about this one. All right. Future, 2 Chainz.
I got Future.
I also have Future. Actually, that might not have been as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I
Yeah.
was thinking about it as I like both these artists, not as a hits. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like both of these artists,
Yeah,
but
no, I mean, I
Future
fuck with
definitely.
2 Chainz. I fuck with 2 Chainz crazy, but it's just like,
It's
in a
Future. Yeah,
verses,
no,
I
that
just
wasn't that
don't.
hard.
Yeah, like
That wasn't hard.
there's not many niggas I think have enough to fuck with Future.
All right,
And
what about
2 Chainz got enough, but it's just like it's still Future.
all right, this might be more in the ballpark. Young Jeezy, 2 Chainz. I feel like that's more in the ballpark.
I like this one. This one's harder.
Yeah.
Um, this is tough, but I'm gonna give it to 2 Chainz. I think this
Well,
is not easy. It's not easy. It's not low diff. It's
oh
certainly not
no,
low
no, this is a high diff fight.
diff. Yeah,
Niggas going all out,
you
exerting
gonna have to.
control.
Yeah, every move counts. Like, you don't get to take a song or two off, nigga. No, no.
This is one of them where the DJ has to play
So,
strategic
sound it
songs
out.
where one nigga play one song and you got to play a song that's better, but not like too much better because then the
Yeah, you
other
don't want to
nigga put
waste
out a
your
song
better.
that's like
Yeah,
you don't want to waste like the best song you got. No, so yeah,
yeah. No,
this is a
but I
tough
think 2
fight.
Chainz wins, partially or most, not even mostly, but like I think in the end he wins because of his longevity.
I
Because
was literally about to say longevity. Yeah,
I think Jeezy, again, you from his prime, the 20 you come up with are gonna be very fucking tough to beat. But it's also like you can only pick from a span of maybe 6 years,
yeah.
give or take. And again, I don't know the actual time. I can't remember how
Also,
fucking
like
long.
you said, longevity. 2 Chainz came up literally around the same time as Jeezy because he was
And
in
only
Double
got
Bad
better.
Boy.
And only
You
got
can
better.
and you can put the song Duffel Bag Boys in the running against Jeezy. And that song it's better than a few Jeezy songs, honestly. So that one song when he was teamed up with his brother, I don't even know if that's his real brother or not, but when he was with go get your Duffel Bag Boy, he
Double
could put
bad,
that
but
song.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think the problem with 2 Chainz will end up being that I think you can beat Duffleback Boy with quite. I think honestly, and
No,
this
no, yeah,
no bias. I think I want to say 80% of the songs off of Thug Motivation 101 can beat Duffleback Boy.
yeah, no, I'm not saying that Duffel Bag Boy is better than Jeezy's catalog, but I'm saying that 2 Chainz can use Duffel Bag Boys to
Mhm.
beat some of Jeezy's songs. Like
Oh yeah, yeah,
if we going band for band and Jeezy played the wrong song, he could throw on Duffel Bag Boy to counteract that song.
yeah.
Which that was back in I don't even know, 07, 06. It's like and like you said, longevity is gonna be the key here. And 2 Chainz is still going.
hmm And I think the big thing with 2 Chainz is that his feature presence gives him a one up on Jeezy. That Jeezy has good features, but I don't think Jeezy has the same frequency of features that 2 Chainz did. Because I think if you limited them to simply listen, if it is a feature, it has to be a feature on your song. If you limited to people to that, I think Jeezy wins easily.
Mhm.
Actually, like if you're just like, hey, look, Jeezy, you can only get people who feature on your tracks. That's all. Jeezy don't feature on people's songs for the most part. So if he gets a feature, it's on his song. So that's the only parameter where I think, well, yeah, once you cut it that way, I mean, 2 Chainz loses easy.
Yeah.
But I think other than that, I think because you can play any song that you were featured on, songs you can play No Lie, you can play some of them Drake joints you got, you can play some of them Pusha T joints you got, you can play songs you got for Pharrell, Nicki Minaj. Like you got songs that where it's like, what does Jeezy give you against Mercy? You see what I'm saying? Like if you want to go that route, if you go Big Amount or No Lie, what does Jeezy give you? Now I think he can beat those songs. I'm not saying that they're unbeatable songs, but if 2 Chainz goes Feds watching, like how do you match up with that? What song do you have that matches up with that? Like I don't seen it all. Maybe seen it all seems something like that, but and it's got a
Maybe
Jay-Z verse on it, so you probably want
way
to.
too gone. Way too gone.
Oh, I love Way Too Gone, but I think that's the one that I would save that for a song like Good Drink or something.
Lose my mind.
I think Lose My Mind loses to that, but
I think you're right, but that's gonna be a close one. That is
yeah. But I think I think 2 Chainz Jeezy is a real good one because I think that's
It's
actually a good
both
one.
niggas from Atlanta, and they're both kind of
Around the same time period, yeah.
yeah. I think
Mhm.
that is a good one. I think
Mhm. I think so too.
maybe next week we should come up with more of these. I already got Gucci in mind, but I haven't figured out who I want him to go against.
So I got Gunna versus YBN Namir.
See, I can't comment on that because I haven't listened to a single YBN Namir song.
Bro, you don't have to. It's no diff.
Oh, that was a joke. I didn't get the
Yeah.
joke. I'm sorry.
This is like when niggas play Final Fantasy and it said just press square.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't get the joke. All right.
It's not even YBN Namir, all the YBN niggas. Fuck it. You can have
Oh,
all of
what about the nigga that's in jail right now?
them.
Oh wait,
There's a nigga in jail right now.
not YBN. That's what's his name? All these letters, yo. I feel old.
Niggas got clan tags.
Nigga's name is Melly. YBN Melly?
Oh, that's
Or spelled
YNW. Yeah.
YNW. What the fuck? Who is in YNW besides Melly?
No one.
Who?
I mean, no one of note. Let me.
So why does he have this name? And
Because
all
YNW is Young Nigga World. It's their little clique. You know what I mean?
you just
It's a hip
said
hop collective.
nobody.
Well, no, it includes YNW Demons, YNW Sack
Shut up.
Chaser,
Enough.
YNW Juvie,
Stop.
and YNW
Stop.
Borland.
None of those niggas. Okay, I want you to listen. Hold on, I'm gonna get close to the mic. Nobody knows any of these niggas besides the murderer. Well, I mean, unless they are murderers, but
Well,
the nigga that got caught in jail right now.
it just caught him by surprise, bro. He didn't even mean to do it.
I mean, yeah, no, I fuck with that. Yeah, I get it. We all do shit on accident sometimes, but so wait. There's YNW. There's Never Broke Again. How many niggas are in Never Broke Again?
A dog, I don't know. Like these,
Is
bro.
that many?
These
I thought
groups.
it was only Young Boy.
It's first off, there's no point of a clan if I'm the only person in the clan. No.
Okay, when you put it like that, yeah,
So
but
it's
I
like
mean,
there inherently has to be more than a few of these niggas, but it's like you said, it'll be like Purpose Ammo's YSL. Name one other nigga in YSL who had YSL as their clan tag besides fucking Thug.
uh, okay, so I don't know exclusively who's in YSL
There's
right
a few.
now,
There's like two
but
that rap
no,
that I
no,
can
no,
say.
no. I was going to say I don't know who's in it right now, but I know who has been rapping on Thug songs previously. I know there's a nigga named Duke.
Duke, yup, that's the
I know
one.
Duke.
There's Yak.
Yak, yeah, that's it. I'm
And that's
sorry.
it. But that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm sad.
YSL might have 30 niggas in it. But because think about it, when they did that indictment, nigga, they came down on 28 people, a lot of which y'all were parts of the gang. But it's like they don't not even everybody in here rap. So that's my whole thing. You can have YNW, but not all of us are even rappers, for real, for real.
Yeah. So what is it? It's NBA, YNW. What was the other one? What's Corday in? The nigga that's married to
Well, he was in YBN, but he left them niggas behind.
what's YBN?
I don't know, probably bro, I don't know. I never cared. Why do you want to know? I had to really look this up for
I
real.
mean, I'm just asking because it's
Don't really
groups
make
of
me
young
look
niggas.
yo.
I'm not gonna disrespect them and say
It
young
still
bitch
don't
nigga, but
tell
that's
me.
too easy.
I was
Young
gonna say
bitch
young broke
nigga is so
niggas.
easy.
It
That's
still
this
don't.
young broke nigga.
I don't see nothing that describes what YBN stands for.
It's just a little clique that came up with in high school, and they just so happen to get famous and money. So
They
good for
literally
them.
came up with this on GTA Online, looking for a group.
No, that's, uh, stop, because if
Nigga,
niggas came up
I'm,
with that and
I'm
got paid for it, and be angry. And be angry.
listen. Them niggas was freestyling in Xbox Live group chats.
Why don't we do that, man? We just need to start rapping. I guess we got group names. We got the Hoagie Hustlers right now on
All
Diablo
right,
right
yo,
now.
it's a young boss niggas. Sorry, there it is.
Oh yeah, that's so corny. That is
Yeah,
so
I mean,
fucking.
bro, they're like fucking 14. Like what? like,
The fact that they were able to come up with that when they were 14 and then capitalize on it and become
yeah.
famous rappers, that
I'm,
I'm jealous.
I'll leave it at this once. When we were in high school, I'm talking like 16. We came up with TSC. And some of the niggas in our local town might have remembered that TSC was the swag clique. Just so we're clear how corny fucking kids are.
When I was in a clan on Halo, we were the MBM, the Man Boo Mafia.
All right. Yeah, definitely time to go.
It's time to go for that, but not the lame ass swag niggas.
Oh, I'm sorry. So a clique filled with swaggy niggas is somehow worse
Swaggy niggas in 2023.
than
You hear
mafia
yourself?
niggas. It wasn't 2023. It was literally
No, but
high
you're
school.
saying it in 2023. Like
Yeah,
it's
no, sure,
coming.
but it was 2012 at the time. Okay, 2013, nigga. Like, wait, no, not even. Not
No,
even.
it was later than that. How old are you?
No, it was younger than that, nigga, because
Yeah, it
I
was.
graduated
No, I
2011.
didn't mean older. I
So
meant
it
younger.
was
Yeah,
it was 2010, nigga. 09, bro. Swag was
yeah,
there, nigga.
exactly.
Niggas was still jerking. Pause.
Jerk. Yeah, no, yeah. We the same age.
Like, come on, bro. Niggas was still listening to Go-Go Power Rangers and shit.
I
Or
mean, I
what was
be
them
listening to
niggas?
that now. So I
The
mean,
jerking Rangers or some shit. You know what I'm talking about.
there wasn't no jerking. I know who you're talking about, but you think about the Rangers now, they be transformed. You think about them niggas.
No, they were called just the Rangers. I'm sorry.
Oh, I never heard of them. Just the Rangers.
Oh, them Cali niggas who was jerking. You don't remember them niggas? Crazy. Them niggas used to go crazy.
I remember Cali Swag Surf. I remember just the Rangers.
Oh, you mean Cali Swag District or whatever the fuck that
Cali
shit was?
Swag District. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
that was
was
the
listening
teaching
to.
how to Dougie shit. Yeah, but all them niggas came from Cali. For real.
I never heard of the nigga. You said Power
The Rangers. I think they
the
was just the
Rain.
Rangers.
I never heard of them. Hmm.
Yeah, there's a whole
Interesting.
bunch of jerk. Hold on. They had Bad Chick Alert. That was another one.
Bad Chick Alert. Actually, I think I heard that before. That's the crazy
You
part.
probably did because most members in this one were former members of the Go-Go Power Rangers, now known as the Rangers.
Mm, okay.
After a dispute in the group, majority of the crew left, with the Rangers adding 2 extra members before leaving. So all that shit, yeah. So literally, it was
Oh,
the Rangers dissing Jink Entertainment and the New Boys, which you also probably will remember.
New Boys. Yeah, I definitely remember New Boys. I also remember Cold Flames. I don't know if you remember them.
I do. I definitely
Oh,
remember.
okay. Oh man, this has just been a walk down memory lanes. Let's just end this. Let's end it
It's miss
before we
me,
start
miss
reminiscing
me.
too much.
That's you and
I'm
it.
literally looking at the song right now. I'm gonna listen to this bitch after we end this shit. I used to watch this video on repeat, yo.
See a biscuit headed bone nigga, now he just a pimp squeak. Mr. Hitter, old nigga, now he just a toddler.
Nah,
To all hip hoppers, I am your father.
ain't no, do you either remember this or you looking at lyrics right
No,
now?
when I tell you I used to hear this song on a very frequent basis.
Nigga, I used to listen to this shit daily, probably. I used to watch this video like at least like once a day, probably.
And the funniest part is I didn't even really watch the video like that. I just remember hearing like
You
I
just
heard
hearing it, yeah.
because my
When niggas
man's
were playing it,
my
yeah.
man's used to like he used to dance like so he used to listen to all this shit.
Oh
So like
yeah,
we would hear all of this shit. So even before nigga, I was never doing the pin drop or nothing. My knees was never built for that. But it's like nigga, I was still listening to shit. Like yeah, they getting that shit. Yeah.
yeah. H stands for hooligan.
That was that laugh niggas doing that little fake Wayne laugh.
It's so funny how niggas in high school are influenced by other niggas. Niggas was doing the Wiz Khalifa laugh. Niggas was doing the Cold Flame laugh. Oh man,
Niggas tried the Jada kiss.
yeah, nah. Any nigga that tried to Jadakiss, they were getting clowned because they couldn't do
Yeah,
it
nah.
properly.
It was just like, all right, nah, not this one, not this one. All right, man, but let's get up out of here, man. It's been real, it's been right. Appreciate y'all for another week, man. 102. We out of here.